everybody? It's your nerd boy Cutie reporting for duty to do the Lord's work once again. Listen, we get into some messy shit. Today, we are sticking our nosy ass back into Zeus content. Yo, yes, we're back at it again. I am so excited to be not only interviewing someone from this present current season of Baddies Caribbean, my first Twitch exclusive as it relates to the Baddies series on Zeus, but I am back talking about Zeus Network content. Now, y'all know back in the day, probably a la 2021, I think 2 maybe, you know, we was doing our thing over here with the Zeus content, the Zeus interviews, with the Johnson's Cabaret, and it was a lot of fun. It's still a lot of fun. People still come watch, they still comment. But listen, the Zeus world had just got a little too toxic for my little delicate southern spirit, and I had to get out. But today, we are back in it with someone very special, an international star. That's right, Dia, from this season of Baddies Caribbean. I'm so excited. Baddies got it going on, okay? Baddies has got it going on, and right now we're gonna get the perspective of our friend Dia. So without further ado, coming to the classroom, it's Dia. Hey!
Hey!
How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I can't complain. I am so happy to be talking to you today.
I'm happy to be talking to you too.
Yes. Oh my God. So, listen, I have caught up on Baddies. Talking to you, working with you has brought me back into the Zeus fold, and I have so many questions.
Well, I'm glad to be your introduction back. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
I first want to know, before we get into all of it, I think the biggest goal for all of you guys joining Zeus is to capitalize off being on the show. You know, get more exposure, get more followers, hopefully converting those into money, booking, sales, streams, all of that. Has Zeus been working out for you in that regard as of now, as of today?
Well, for me, Zeus been working out for me, to be honest. Up to this point, Zeus been working out for me. I gained about probably like 40,000 followers since the show started.
Wow.
Since auditions, actually, I gained about 40,000 followers. So it's been working out. And for somebody coming from the islands, it is a big deal for me because being able to tap into the algorithm on the international level is difficult when you're coming from the Bahamas. So I'm grateful for the opportunity. I wouldn't take it back for nothing.
I'm not too well versed in all of my Caribbean starlets and stars trying to break into America, but I thought it was so cool that you were from the Bahamas, because I'm like, I don't think we've ever had anyone from the Bahamas. Usually they come from Jamaica or Trinidad and Tobago, but you are from the Bahamas. I thought, I was like, look at her holding it down for the country.
Thank you. Yeah, the Bahamas, I feel like every time people think about the Caribbean, they think about like Jamaica, like you say, Trinidad, and like the certain accents that come from there. I feel like a lot of people ain't really versed with Bahamian locals. When they think about the Bahamas, they just think about sunshine, sea, tourism, all that different stuff, but they ain't really versed with the locals and our accent and our way of life. Like, you know what I mean? It's different. You got different Caribbean islands, we got different accents, all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you get involved with it? So you auditioned. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't watch the auditions. I jumped right into the season. So take us through, like, how did you even get involved with Zeus? How did you learn about this? What gave you the confidence to be like, I want to do this?
Okay, so I started watching Zeus with Bobby Light's show. I don't know if you remember Island. Yeah, Island Boy. He's from the Bahamas. He's from the Bahamas. He had transitioned to the States, so he was staying over there. So that's how I started watching Zeus. After I started watching Bobby Light's show, you know, I started catching up on Baddies and starting the third. So I kept saying, you know, I've been doing music for 7 years. So I always trying to find ways to break into the international market. That's what I've been doing consistently to try and just get my music out there. At the time, I submitted for Baddies West, Baddies East, but it kept being full. So after I saw that they wasn't doing anything in the islands, this before they dropped Baddies Caribbean, I had told my team, I said, you know what, let's shoot our own bad gals to the islands and see if we could really push and get some attention down here with what's going on in the Caribbean. Out of nowhere, Baddies Caribbean dropped. They dropped the flyer for Baddies Caribbean. So I was like, shit, I might as well go and flicking audition for this. So I just pack my bags, I go on, I audition, and that was that. So me trying to get exposure coming from there, because I have my music, and then I also have a corruption case that I fighting back home as far as my brother was killed. So I've been working really hard to try and get exposure for that, as far as like corruption with the police brutality in the Bahamas, and intertwine it with my music, because I've been doing music for 7 years, but my brother died 2 years ago. So when he died, I said, you know what? If I push this hard enough, I could get a big enough voice to my name to be able to make some type of difference. So that was my whole reasoning behind going and auditioning for Baddies and wanting to be on the show, because it was the first opportunity that I got to really get my music and everything out there. So I took it.
Watching the show, that's what made me really like you, because oftentimes with Zeus content, from my perspective, it's only one angle from everybody, which is, I'm the baddest bitch, these hoes ain't finna fuck with me, my coochie wet, my ass clap,
Don't like that.
And I'm not judging nobody for that, but when you get so much of that and you finally come across someone like you who has a scene that says, you know, I'm here trying to be a voice for artists from the Bahamas as well as advocate from my brother's story, I was like, oh my God, this is what I love, and this is what Zeus is missing from their content. You know, like, of course, we come in to watch the fights. We come in to watch people get drugged through the mud, shoot, stab, flambéed. We know we coming for all that. But I think what will really take the content to the next level is really injecting more stories like yours. Like, okay, yes, we done whooped ass out here in the courtyard, but when I go back in my room, I'm crying, or I'm dealing with, you know, the loss of my brother, or my baby daddy back at home is getting on my nerves, or my children want to come see me. I feel like adding that personal story would make these shows way more respected to a lot of people who criticize it for the violence that's present in the show. Yeah.
I agree.
So hats off to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That was coming onto the show. Like, of course, I know I'm a baddie. You know what I mean? I'm a businesswoman back home. I have about 5 different businesses, basically in the construction field, that I use to fund my music and all of that stuff. And then, of course, I got the music. And then, like I said, I advocate for police brutality and stuff back home. So I didn't want to come on the show with just the angle of, oh, I's the baddest bitch, I's this, I's that, because I know I's a body. I feel like what's understood don't need to be said. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? What's understood really don't need to be said, because if you know you's that bitch, you know you's that bitch. But at the end of the day, the way I see it, if you was a body, like you said, bringing in that personal factor of what you stand for, because being a body to me is like, you stand for something and you fall for nothing. Like, you know what I mean? You don't have to be able to fight, because, of course, everybody knows I'm not the best fighter. But I do stand up for myself, and I'm going to use my voice to speak if I feel like somebody doing some fake or weird shit to try and come at me. So on that end, I felt like I was suitable for the body brand. But bringing in my personal story, I feel like I agree with you. It does bring a different taste, because I've been watching Baddies for years, and I feel like it helps the public too to relate, and it helps them to connect to the cast on a different level when they bring in their personal storyline of what they really got going on in life.
Yes, yes. Tamika, if you watching this, and the people, I know you is one of the people watching, please. That's my little Twix tip over here. I want to get more story from these girls and the guys that are on the show. Like, yes, let's tear up the place. Let's fuck up the place so we don't get our security deposit back. Let's do all that. But let's get into some of the personal stories to really, you know, show a different side to the cast that you guys have. Before I become more nosy about the whole audition process, I want to know about your life back in the Bahamas. So you said you were a businesswoman. I know on the show they said you were already doing shows. You were already touring. So take us back to before we see you on Baddies.
Okay, so my life in the Bahamas, I grew up in the Bahamas. I was born, bred, and dead there. I started music in 2018. 2017, 2018, which is about, almost 7 years now. My life back home, like I said, I have about 5 businesses based in the construction field. So I have a construction company, a property management company, architectural design and management. Also, I have a cleaning company where we focus mostly on like deep stone cleaning, like granite, marble, stuff like that, and also corporate cleaning. And then I also have a roofing company. So most of everything that I do is focused in the luxury market, and I specialize in expedited renovations in the luxury market and maintenance in the luxury market. So that is how I fund myself. as far as my music career, a few years back, I got a chance to do a song with Charlie Black. Charlie Black is an international star. He's from Jamaica. So they called me to do a song with him. And after I did that song with him, it's called Sunday to Sunday. And it's featuring me. So the song blew up in like 3 months. And then I ended up on tour in Europe. My music just started to blow up on the UK market. But
Nice.
even though it was blowing up there, I didn't feel like it was enough because I really wanted to capture that American market, especially considering the bringing in the fact of my brother being killed by the police. I know that America, the George Floyd situation had really inspired me. So that was a big inspiration to me pushing it. So me trying to get into the American market, I felt like there's a lot of people down here that could relate to that and really help us bring awareness to that in the Bahamas. And that's my life as a real island girl. Love it down there. It's very different from the States. Very different from the States. Very different from the
Uh-huh.
culture. And I didn't realize that until I got the Baddies. I didn't realize how different our perspective and the way we look at things are. You
What
know.
are some of the things you recognize as differences between being back home and then being a part of the baddies world?
Ooh. Child, it was a culture shock. Cause if you're from the islands, you know, like we big on principle. We big on like certain things just right and wrong. Like you know what I mean? We big on principles. So when I came into the world, it was like, okay, I came from the islands and then I get picked up and I smack dab in the middle of the like these girls from the States. Which I appreciate all of them and how they get to their bag and what they do, but it's so different. Like we're not big on the whole doing shit for TV thing. Bahamians aren't really like big on the clout chasing type tip. Like if a celebrity comes to the Bahamas and they do some shit to piss off a Bahamian, they don't give a fuck. Like they would drag us. Like they don't care. We not that type. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Also the colloquialisms, body language, like things like I would ask. I like one time I asked this girl. I was like, "What's up?" And she told I wanted to fight. You see what I'm saying? Certain things like that. Um, Body language, just speech, all type of different stuff. It's it's just different. Like the way we see things is different. What they consider some of them. Let me don't say everybody,
Uh-huh.
because what some of them consider to be valid excuses for doing the wrong thing. I'm big on principles. So what I consider wrong is wrong. You know what I mean? Right is right, wrong
Yeah.
is wrong. So
Yeah.
if you create a reason to do something wrong, I just feel like you just running a cheat sheet. You know what I mean? Because there's always a way around. You could always find a way around to get where you want to be. But if you want to cheat and you want to do this and you want to do that, you want to bring down people, you want to do fake shit, you want to do bad shit, that's not really in my culture and in my like where I come from. We don't cut that. That's different type of thing. You know.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that a little later. You were
Yeah.
definitely in a moment of culture shock
Yeah.
that I
Culture
definitely want to
shock. Two
dissect
words.
with
That's
you.
straight
Culture
culture
shock.
shock.
Culture
Yeah.
shock, honey.
Culture
Um,
shock.
so in the show, we hear you talk about your brother as one of the things that you're standing on, and that you find important to advocate for as you're on this Baddies platform. What do you care to share about that story with us?
Well, when my brother, in 2021, my brother was killed, by some off-duty police officers back home. This happened the day after Christmas.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it happened the day after Christmas. So I've changed a lot since then. I've changed a lot since then. And what happened was his car was surrounded by these cops. They were off duty, and they shot up his car and killed him. There is footage on Facebook. Actually, there's somebody that actually broke down all of the camera footage. You could see the police looking at the camera, putting gloves on his hand. They planted a gun on him, and yeah, they put 45 shots in my brother. So we've been fighting this case. And the thing is, in the Bahamas, what a lot of people don't know when it comes to the police system, we don't have like a proper investigation process. You know what I mean? Like ballistics analyzation, crime scene reconstruction, those type of stuff do not exist. So in the time that the case was being covered up, we had to bring in an investigator from the States to actually investigate the case. They tried to get rid of the car. We had to purchase the car from whoever they tried to get rid of the car from to secure the car so that they could come and look at the car, so they could analyze all of the bullets that went into the car. Um, and it was proven. We did coroner's court. Coroner's court is basically whether you show whether the case is justified or unjustified, the shooting of a police to a civilian, whether it's justified or unjustified. So we won that it was unjustified. So during that case, it was revealed that there was two sets of shots. So one of them, the one that was looking in the camera and putting the gloves on, he actually killed him first. And then afterwards, they put him back into the car and shot up the car so that it looks like he pulled the gun and they all shot at him at once. That's my analyzation of it as to why they actually did it. But it was proven through our investigator we brought down that it was two sets of shootings because of the trajectory of where the bullets entered the car and where the police were standing in the video as opposed to where the bullets entered the car. So this case has been going on for 2 years. We've been having a lot of problems getting them to bring these police to justice because even though we won the coroner's court, they still walking around, they still have their guns, they're still working, and they haven't pressed charges as yet. So my family and I, we've been very frustrated. It's been financially draining. It's been mentally draining, spiritually draining, all of that. So coming on the Baddies platform and bringing this up is really just, a cry to people that understand what it is to stand up for justice. In the Bahamas, people are afraid to stand up against the police because it's so corrupt. You know what I mean? It's very corrupt. For the tourists, it's safe. I don't want to bring it like to the point where tourists, we're trained not to bother with tourists, but when it comes to the locals and living there, it's it's extremely corrupt. So trying to bring that awareness and come into the States, because what I've seen, like imagine I'm in the island, so when I look at the internet and stuff and I see people advocating, I see people speaking up, so I said, okay, if I come on Baddies, I could get people to hear my story. I could get people to relate to this story, and probably we could start a petition, go to the amnesty, and maybe get some sort of results with getting the government to really step down on these police and change the system completely, not just for my brother, but for the many others that was killed and slaughtered and swept under the rug. You know what I mean? But it is a huge case. It's a huge cover up, and it is going to open up a lot of holes for people that are involved in it, straight from the police department to the Bahamian government as a whole.
Have you guys been able to discover a motive on why those officers would commit this action towards your brother?
We have not been able to discover a motive. We have our suspicions as to what it may be. Okay. I can't speak on it because I don't want it to affect the case. I can only speak on the facts. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to, if I incite, people through things of my opinion, it's going to cause the case. But we do have our suspicions as to why, but we haven't been able to prove it as yet. But we do know that one of them had to know him because after they killed him, they took his phone from him and took it to another area because we had to hire IT, like somebody to hack into his phone and create a ghost phone to see like how his phone traveled the night that he died, because he posted a story right before he died. And when we asked them for the phone, they said he had no phone on him. So we had to track the phone from where it was, and then we realized they moved the phone after he died. So we know for sure that somebody was communicating with him right before he died.
What has been the reaction from that police department and even the country with you being on this international platform saying, hey, this crime was done to me and my family, and I want answers?
Well, the reaction, as far as the locals are concerned, they know me for fighting against the police, so they're showing support. I won't even lie. They do get distracted with the Baddies stuff that's going on, but they are showing support. But as far as like with the police department and stuff like that, there was a few whispers and this and that going on. So, but I do know for a while, my family and our safety has been a big concern before Baddies. So imagine after Baddies. I'll just say that.
I'm definitely sending prayers of protection to you and your family as you go on this journey,
Thank you.
I'm so sorry, sending you my heart. I'm so sorry this has happened to you, and I pray that you find the justice you're looking for.
Thank you.
And hopefully Baddies and Zeus continues to aid you in that process. So you have this great mission on your back, this mantle that you're carrying, into the wild, wild west world of Zeus
Yes.
the Baddies, right? Take us to the day you went and auditioned. Did you stand in line?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Take us through the whole process because we see it. Like, we see these people in this line, but, you know, we don't see them in the line. What was it like for
Mm-hmm.
you?
Listen to me. It was different because I. Oh, listen, for true. It was different because I'm so excited, right? I excited as hell because I'm like, okay. I came there with one of my best friends. She was like, I'm gonna go with you. Pop, pop, pop. I got dressed. I had my little pink boots, my little heels, everything. I said, okay, body time. So now I'm on the line, right? I get there. I met some of the most interesting girls of my life on that line, okay? Like, we had a good time. There was a girl selling weed. There was a girl selling shorts. I telling you, these girls had a whole argument about being on each other turf selling the weed. I was like, what? Listen to me. It was definitely an experience. I stood on that line for 15 hours. I was nervous as hell.
You
I
stood
didn't
in
want
line for 15 hours?
15 fucking hours, okay? 15 hours.
You auditioned in the Bahamas, right?
No, in Miami. I flew to
Miami.
Miami.
You flew to
Yeah, I flew.
Miami.
Oh, let me start. So I flew from the Bahamas to Miami to do the auditions. The night before I flew in, I went there early that day. Um, they was giving us a lot of water. That's all I remember. They was giving us a whole lot of water. So I had to pee a lot. But it was a long fucking line, but it was worth it. And when I came in, we did like the first screening. We saw, I think, who all was there? I think Tasiki was there. I think so. Tasiki, Scotty, Anna, Biggie, and a few other people. I think Sapphire was there too, actually. Yeah, but I can't remember clearly exactly who all was there. So when I got in, I was so nervous, but like I said, I had one of my friends with me. So I got
Mm-hmm.
there, we got inside the line in front of them. This girl started running on, talking about, she don't even know none of the body. So that pissed them off. So they was like, everybody just leave. So I was like, I just started rapping. I say, I ain't going nowhere because I come all the way. I just keep saying, I come all the way to Bahamas for this. I need y'all to let me pass because I spend too much money to come here because I fly there, stay in hotel, outfit, hair, makeup, all this stuff.
Money.
These bitches ain't spend what I spend to come here. So I say, you know what? Y'all gotta let me choose. So I rap for them. They gave me the ticket. We end up getting in front of I think we waited like another, they put us inside this big room. Oh my God. They put us inside this big room and everybody was in there waiting. So I think we waited like after the first screening, we probably waited like another 4 hours or something like that. I swear to you. It was 15 hours total. But it's okay because the bitch still was looking good. Okay. I still was looking good. So I got in front of Natalie, Spice, and Shamsia. And the same thing happened again. They got pissed off with everybody because this girl was skating and thing, and then they asked her to sing, and she couldn't sing. So they got pissed off, and they was like, you know what, everybody leave. So I was like, I ain't going nowhere because the police, I mean, not the police, listen to me what the police.
Security.
The security, the security started to like surround me. And right now, everything's so surreal because I used to watch this on TV. It ain't like I come up around Hollywood or entertainment or anything like that. So I
Mm.
don't know nobody in the industry. So I feeling like so freaked out right now because these big security surrounding me. But I like, D, you got to stand on business. So I say, listen, I come all the way from the Bahamas. I to the middle of the security. I say, y'all got to let me pass. So Natalie heard me at first, and she said, "No, Spice." Spice said, "Who came from the Bahamas?" And then Natalie was like, "Yeah, who came from the Bahamas?" So I was like, me. So the security was trying to push me out, but they started calling for me. So I was like, "You in here calling for me? You in here calling for me?" So I started sticking my hand up, and I came out, and Spice did a little location check. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people that say they from there. And I think that's what they was trying to avoid when they put a Caribbean girl on it. A lot of people say they from there, but they just have heritage there.
Mm.
And to be real, I think that a lot of people don't understand that that's a little that's a little, that could come off a little offensive sometimes to people
Disrespectful.
who really from there. Yeah, it could
Mm-hmm.
come off that way because especially if you speaking like you know about it and you really don't,
Mm-hmm.
that could come off really disrespectful. So when she did her fact check, she asked me where I was from, and I was like, Jamaica Road. That's where I grew up. That's a road in the Bahamas. So I was like, I
Mm-hmm.
grew up on Jamaica Road. So she was like, all right, come for your ticket. So I was like, that ain't enough. I said, I want to spit for y'all because I come here, you see, they saying for a purpose. I say, I want to spit. So I end up spitting. And Natalie gave me the $5,000 ticket. And Spice gave me my ticket. I think Natalie gave me another ticket too. Like they just gave me the ticket and I gone. And I was so happy. I met with I did an interview with Bobby after that. And I was so excited. Trust me. I was like, okay, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
This is my way out. Yeah, I went home. I got back to the Bahamas. I didn't get a call. I was working, still putting out music. And I got a call 4 days before we were supposed to go to Miami. They called me.
Really?
Hmm.
So just because you had got a ticket didn't necessarily mean you had made it onto the show.
No, it don't necessarily mean you make it onto the show. It just means you eligible to get onto the show. So once you get a ticket, and then the 5,000 ticket also it gives you a higher chance. So I
Mm-hmm.
got the two of them, and you not necessarily on because a lot of girls just get the ticket. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
girls get it because it was a lot of girls there.
Mm-hmm.
But they call you to let you know that you're on the show. So they called me probably about 4 days before we had to be in Miami to start.
How was it being an artist, a female artist from the Caribbean, performing for two of the biggest female artists from the Caribbean, Shansia and who I know personally, Spice. How was that for you?
That was huge. That was huge because I want to do songs with them so bad. I've done
Mm-hmm.
songs with some of their colleagues from Jamaica. Like I've done songs with Charlie Black, Busy Signal,
Come
Cha-Ching
on, Busy
Ching. But
Signal.
yeah, I
Okay.
did a nice song with Busy Signal. We shot the video in Bahamas. Busy's a cool, good friend of mine. And I always wanted to work with a female from there, like who on that legendary level type of thing. So being able to perform in front of them was amazing. So when I was
Yeah.
there, I was already saying like I got songs with Busy, this, that, and the third, because they know them people. So that
Mm-hmm.
give me a little piece of ratings.
I love
So
that.
hmm
You
I
gotta.
hope in one day they remember me.
I'm
Do a
pretty
song with me.
sure. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I worked with Spice on her YouTube channel years ago during the pandemic. That's how I became to know her. And I
Oh.
actually just spoke to her yesterday, and she's one of the as big as she is, like as huge of a star she is. She's one of the most humble people I've met, and like she's
Mm-hmm.
very personal. Like she remembers things. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, I'm speaking positivity towards your way that you do collab with her, because yeah, Spice is the real
I
deal.
hope
I love
so
her.
too.
I pray that you do collab with her, because that would be everything, right? Like Jamaica and the Bahamas with a link up, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Shansia, and I don't know Shansia, but Shansia is the shit too. I like Shansia.
Shansia bad as fuck. Shansia
Shansia
bad
is
as fuck. I
bad.
love me some Shansia. I would love to. I honestly would love to collaborate with any of them because I like passionate artists. Like I feel like they are real artists. Like you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean. They ain't doing it for the clout. They really doing it for their love for the music. And any of them, I honestly would love to collaborate with. The two of them break the American market. They break the seal. They
Mm-hmm.
set the record. They set the bar.
Yeah, they broke the seal, ripped it, and made another one.
Mm-hmm. As they should.
What are some things you care to share that you saw that day of auditions that we did not get to see at home?
There was a lot of fights.
I bet.
There was a
Everybody.
lot of fights. There was a lot of fights, man. There was this girl who was remember I told you they were selling the weed. So Jesus Christ, I turn around, I see the girl who was selling the weed, the same one she was arguing with about territory, and the child they had big fight, clunk, 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 clunk. I was signing, I telling you, it was like, I know, like for me, it's like imagine everything that was happening just had me like, motherfucker, whoa, like you know what I mean? Like Jesus. So I was freaked the fuck out. I ain't lie. I was freaked out. Then there was I don't know if they showed it on auditions. I'm not sure, but there was this girl. She's called herself the Blind Body, and somebody had hit her in auditions, right when she was in front of Natalie. Them. Oh my God, this girl. there was another girl who was in there with them, and she didn't like it. So after I came out from my interview with Bobby Lice, all I see this girl run up from behind. She say, "Fuck it." Bow, bow, bow. I turn my head. I to my best friend, I say, let's leave. Okay? We ain't have to fight. We ain't have to show no titties. We ain't have to do none of that. So I say, you know what, let me just go. Let me just go. But that's the type of stuff that stuff really happens at auditions. Like I want people to know them girls really be on that. I ain't gonna lie. They be on that.
Let me ask you this. I didn't watch the auditions. I literally just jumped right into the season, so I did not have the chance of discovering the blind baddie. But was she really blind?
She was, and I can attest to that. I fuck with her because she was behind me in the line at first, and I didn't realize she was blind. She's legally blind. She can't see well at all. She could see enough to touch and operate, but she can't see well at all. And I didn't realize it. She didn't want to say it at first. She really wasn't trying to make it a thing. I just noticed she kept asking me and my friend to see if we could find certain stuff in her bag for her. Just starting the third, because I don't think she was trying to make it a thing at first. And then after, I guess the being on the line and stuff started to prove to be difficult, they took her inside. But she is really legally blind. But she's a bad bitch.
And somebody hit her.
Somebody hit her.
Why?
That's what they be doing. That's what they trying to tell you.
See, that's not even right. And I ain't even trying to be funny, but how she goes, she can't see that coming. That's not even right.
They be hitting people for nothing. For nothing. Like, that's culture shock. That's the 2 words for today. Culture shock. Bitches just be hitting people for nothing. Now, I don't even know if the girl who hit her know she was blind. Like, I don't even know, because they just so thirsty to get on the show. They just hitting people for nothing. And I can't get with it. I thought it was so wrong.
That is wrong. I'm sorry. We're going to move on. So when the blind baddie got hit, what did she do? Did she swing? Like, what happened?
Yeah, I didn't watch the episode. I can lie. But I did hear she tried to hold on. I did hear she tried to hold on. But only so much on you could hold.
It's only so much you can hold on in that situation, you know?
Yeah. Because she probably, you know what I mean? But she's a cool girl, though. She's been supporting me since I met her.
Little Miss Blind Baddie, if you watching it, Jesus.
Big up the blind baddie.
Big up the blind baddie. Blind baddie, if you come across this, I'm finna give you a tip from the Daredevil movie. Bitch, you get you a stick that can pop out and you just wing it like this. Just wing it. Whoever in the radius just gonna get it.
Just show them, you know what I mean?
Because I don't even like that. That's not right. That's bullying. I'm like, well, fuck, how's she supposed to see that coming? She can't see that coming. That's not right.
No. It was wrong.
Wrong as fuck.
It was wrong.
Moving on in our little exclusive story right here. So, like I told you earlier, watching you to get ready for this interview was my first time I had seen Zeus content in a long time. Because as a consumer, I do go to Zeus for the trash. You know what I'm saying? We can't find none of this nowhere else. You know, hoes is around here rolling weed, titties is falling out naked, coochie showing, slapping, stabbing, fighting, dragging, ass shots, BBLs, wig glue, hair flying. It's just crazy. I like it, right? You know what I'm saying? I like it. And, you know, even though I am one of those people that's like, you know, I do want to see content that focuses on Black people, Black women to be of high standard. We do have that content. And just because that content exists doesn't mean we necessarily have to look down upon the people like Zeus who do participate in this content, because Zeus is astronomically successful and arguably more successful than some networks that are on TV. So a lot of people are watching it, and it's serving somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm watching the show, and I'm like, ooh, first of all, Zeus done upgraded their cameras. The editing sounds really good. The sound effects, who's ever making these promos, like these intro promos, they are eating, because it feels like I'm watching a soap opera, and I'm just like, ooh, I want to know what's going on. So shout out to Zeus for that. Shout out to Tamika. I don't even know what Tamika Stevenson do over there. I just know Tamika from Not Today Tamika. Okay, you ain't gonna get your questions. Shout out to Tamika, because I see her name on every Zeus content. I don't even know what her position is over there. But shout out to Tamika. What Tamika do over there?
I think Tamika works with the editing team. and a talent producer. I think so. Don't quote me on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a lot of people. It was about 140, between 140 to 160 people traveling. It was a big team, a huge team.
Do y'all understand how much money Zeus has to have to travel 160 people internationally, house them, feed them, pay them, pay the talent? Do you know how much money Zeus has to be raking in order to pull off that size of a production? The only other network that I can think of immediately that has done something to that magnitude is Netflix and Studio Lambert with the Squid Games show that came out this year. Zeus got it going on.
I like Zeus. Zeus is an amazing network. I can't speak down on Zeus. They took good care of us. They took very good care of us. They treat talent like talent. I can tell you that. Like the houses was beautiful. We always had food.
I love
we
that.
always had tequila. We always had we had anything we needed. We could have contacted a talent producer, Zeus, anything. Like we could have contacted them for anything personal, not personal. Like I like amazing network, hands down, hands down. They get a little tropsy sometimes with the editing and stuff like that, because they want to get the audience up and running. I get it, but otherwise, for me, my first experience with TV, it was amazing.
I love to hear that. I love to hear that. And I just again sitting back watching it, I was like, Zeus is international. Like Zeus has gone international in such a short span of time from like them having this juggernaut entry into the world, into our media space, and they've already gone international. And it just makes me like, I won't say side eye the critiques that people have given them over the years, because yes, Zeus ain't always, the content do be, like you said, a little trapsy, a little pitfalls.
You're using the Bahamian lingo. I like that.
Yes.
Trapsy, yes.
It's a little trapsy. I'm from South Florida, so I grew up around Jamaicans, Haitians, people from the Bahamas. So like I be certain things.
That's why you understanding me so well.
Oh yeah.
And you know these motherfuckers trying to say my accent fake.
Oh really?
The people on the internet, they trying to say my accent fake, and it's like, what you mean? Because they could hear when I rap that I could, like, we call it code switching. And then what a lot of people don't know about me, I used to perform poetry and speeches. So I did speech training as a child. So I could code switch whenever I want to. And then I also feel like a lot of people, sometimes it don't even be when I want to. Sometimes it's like when I talking to someone, if I know you're not Bahamian, it's automatically, I'm gonna try and break it down a little bit. It just clicks in the mind. But what a lot of people don't know is that Bahamian accents are not Jamaican. Like people that's come to the Bahamas expecting to hear Wagwan, Wagwan, like all this different. Like we not Jamaican, you know what I mean? So a lot of Bahamians actually can code switch very easily because our accent it deep, but it's not like we could switch it if we need to.
And sitting here, actually, the thought did cross my mind on how well you speak. I'm like, she speaks extremely well. Like, you speak extremely well. And that's probably what these hoes not used to. Y'all not used to these women coming on here speaking really nicely. And I ain't trying to read nobody, but I'm just saying. Y'all probably used to these hoes, consonants and verbs, fighting each other, missing, not showing up for the sentence structure. And Dia know how to speak.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I did speech training. I used to perform speeches, all of that as a kid. That's how I got into music, poetry and speeches. So I did speech training for my entire primary school, high school, everything. Because my parents wanted me to be prepared. I always wanted to get out the Bahamas. So they would tell me, like, you got to be prepared. Like, they always wanted to teach me to, be able to speak properly if I need to.
Yeah, no, I love it. No, and you speak extremely well. You speak
Thank
extremely
you.
well.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie. When I was watching it, because I've done reality TV, I've been on Netflix, blah, 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 blah. I was like, well, shit. Do I need to go up here on Zeus? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to fight nobody. Give me the RBO Day contract. You know what I'm saying? The one that say, don't nobody touch her, don't look her way, just let her stand here and be comedy relief. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I was like, well, shit, do I need to go be a bad boy of Atlanta, Houston? Because Zeus got it going on.
You should, because your energy giving bad boy. I might still tell you. When I watched your content, I said,
I'm a good boy.
"Fine."
I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. See, the thing is, the persona I've curated in the media is, the good black boy. And so I just don't know if I just want to just rip that to shreds. Because if I will, if somebody hit me, no, bitch, we is gonna fight. Now, you may whoop my ass, but you gonna know you was in a fight.
This is what I'm saying. Win, lose, or draw, okay?
I know I'm jumping ahead, but Diamond is from Broward County. I'm from Broward County. Now, Diamond was getting her ass slip and slide all around that screen, but you know what? Diamond stood up each and every time and said, bitch, let's go. That'll be me. Them niggas will be whooping my ass maybe, but you gonna know you was in a fight. I don't know if I want to go through all that. Give me the RBO Day contract where I just stand here look pretty. You know what I'm saying? I may bark just a little bit. And I may talk a little shit. I'm going to talk shit. I ain't coming to the reunion. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to talk shit in my green screen. I ain't coming to the reunion. I'm not coming, all right? Y'all going to have to FaceTime me.
I'm contemplating myself.
Bitch, I'm not coming to that. Y'all hoes ain't finna kill me. I got to make it home and see my grandma. No. Listen, we about to go into my favorite part, which is roll call. In roll call, I name everyone who was cast on your show, and you're going to tell me the first thing that comes to your brain. This can be one word, this could be a sentence, this could be a memory, this could be a feeling, this could be some behind-the-scenes tea, which we really like, but it could be whatever you want it to be. Now, I've never given a disclaimer. This is the first disclaimer I've ever given in the probably 200 times I've ever done a roll call. Y'all got a lot of people on y'all cast. Jesus. So I don't want you to feel pressure to feel like you got to write a whole book for everybody. But are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. First is the queen, Natalie Nunn.
Hard worker. Humble. That's the off-camera tea.
Really?
Natalie is actually... She is a very, very, very humble person. I've had a lot of conversations with her off camera, and she really going after a legacy, and she's really big on putting her bodies on, and she don't have to do that. You know what I mean? She good. She's straight. So speaking to her off camera, controversial to what everybody else saying, she is a humble person, and she really trying to, you know what I mean, just do something different and make a legacy of what she doing. So I fuck with Natalie heavy.
I never watched Baddies on Oxygen years ago. That wasn't my steez. But of course, I've been introduced to the whole world through Zeus. And of course, through that, I've been introduced to Natalie. And my hat goes off to her for her to take this concept that had died off, repackage it, and arguably make it bigger than what it originally was.
She's a boss.
She's a boss. And the thing about a legacy that people don't understand, the only way you can leave a legacy is if you instill what you are and what you have accomplished in someone else. Because that person's success will carry on you. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that she has opened up, say whatever the people can say whatever the fuck they want to say about Natalie, but the fact that you are on her show and the people know who you are, she has done her job. She's done her job. And
she's genuine about it. I can be real with you. She's genuine about it. Like, if she fuck with you, she can say she fuck with you and she can look out for you. Like, I've been able to talk to Natalie because being on the show wasn't as easy as I would have thought it would have been. So plenty times you know what I mean, I would ask her, you know what I mean, because I'm new to reality TV, you see what I'm saying? And she would just tell me, like, just be yourself. Like, Natalie is a boss. I respect her. And any bitches that don't respect her, I would tell them to check your tongue, because she really putting bitches on, and I respect that type of shit, because real recognize real. She's a real bitch.
Yeah, I want to see her bank account. I know it's disgusting.
You trying to see? Stop fucking watching.
I know it's disgusting. Well, the only reason, because, I've had friends and people that I've associated with in the industry who worked with Zeus, not on like a contestant level, but as like talent hosting and stuff like that. And I've heard about the checks that Zeus hands out. And so I can only imagine the checks they hand out to the people who are like the figureheads of their show.
Yeah. And you know what I can say?
I know
not
it's
even
disgusting.
to run on too much, What I can say about Natalie, what I respect, regardless of what she getting paid to Zeus, Natalie is always working.
She's
When
always
she
working
finished
too. Yeah.
filming, she goes, she working. She doing something else. Like, you know what I mean? She always trying to work on everything that she have at once. So even though she making this check here, which in I can't speak on the money because I don't know what she making.
Mm-hmm.
Just let me just say that. I don't know what she making, but I'm saying she is always working on something, always like thinking that shit is inspiring.
Now, you don't gotta tell me the amount, but is Zeus paying y'all well? Is Zeus paying you well over there?
This was paid me good.
Zeus paid you good. You was happy. You wasn't mad at it.
No, I wasn't mad at it.
Now let me ask you this. So in my world of reality TV, like WeTV paid me episodically, right? So like as the episodes aired, I got a check. When I was on Netflix, I got a check. I got half my money up front, and then when it aired, I got the other half when the episode was done. What's the structure over there? What they be doing?
Can I say that? I don't know if I can tell you that. But they pay, let me just say this. They pay on time and they pay well. They pay on time. You know what I mean? So yeah, let me just say that. They
Now,
pay on time and they pay well.
now let
And
me
it's
ask you.
not no weekly type of thing. No.
Gotcha. And let me ask you this too, dear. I'm finna be a little messy, just a little bit. And
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
fast forwarding just a little bit. I'm getting a little trapsy, you know. But don't
Mhm.
slip, don't fall off with me. Stay on. You know, in one of these episodes, you know, one of them girls had got the best of you, you know.
Mhm.
Was that moment worth the pay? Was the pay worth that moment?
Um, the purpose was worth that moment.
Okay, okay, okay.
The purpose, cause Zeus paid me well, right? But like I said, I'm a businesswoman, so I was making money before Zeus. Not to put Zeus down, but
Mm-hmm.
Zeus, when it comes to my artistry, that's a different type of thing. You know what I mean? I appreciated being paid for being its deal and my artistry and stuff like that. But money ain't really like I'm a person big on purpose. The purpose for why I was on that show was worded, and the purpose for why I fought her was worded because she hit me for nothing. And I'm the type of person who I represent for. I represent for the bitches who can stand up for themselves and speak
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what you lose,
Yeah.
gain, or whatever. You see what I'm saying? I don't care what them bitches come with, what clout they come with, what money they come with, what connections they come with. If I ain't fucking with how you moving, I ain't fucking with how you moving. She hit me for nothing and then went on TV and lied in her confessional so she doesn't look like a bully. Say she hit me for Gretchen. She didn't hit me for Gretchen. She apologized to me off camera, saying, "Girl, I don't even know like why I hit you. I was just hitting." And she apologized. Because off camera I was getting some weed and stuff in Barbados, and she was around. So this is some off camera tea. Okay, this exclusive. I don't know if they're gonna air it on the episode because I did say it, but I had a friend in Barbados that was getting us some weed. So naturally, I asked the girls, y'all want some weed, this, that, and the third. So I got this girl weed, paid the person to bring the weed. Okay. I paid the person to bring the weed. And the weed wasn't that I'm from Barbados, you see what I'm saying? So they just got us some weed. The weed was okay. It wasn't like no loud shit that I expected. But it was good weed, you know what I mean? And I just got no weed. So when she hit me, I didn't know who it was that hit me. I just know this girl hit me for nothing. You see what I say? And then when I realized who it was, I told her off camera, like we had a whole conversation after the whole fight. And she was like, "Girl, I didn't even know. Like I was just hitting because she's telling me how she hungry and you know what I mean. She want to get on the show and this, that, and the third. And I told her to her face, I said, that's not a valid reason for you to hit me. You see what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I don't fuck with that. And that's why I fight her. I didn't fight her for no TV time. I didn't fight her because I could give a fuck. I don't fucking care. Like, I don't care. I'm not that type of bitch. People either gonna love me or hate me for who I is, or use it as saying they can keep it pushing. But I fought her because even though Slim did already fight her, because Slim is my girl, Slim did already fight her for me. I fight her myself because I was so angry
Mm-hmm.
at the fact that this girl hit me. You
Hit
see what I'm
you for no
saying?
reason.
For nothing. Like I just felt this clocking coming in the back of my head for nothing. You don't even know. She don't even know why I fight Gretchen, and I don't speak on it to be honest, because me and Gretchen already spoke. So even when they post on the internet and stuff, I don't speak on it because me and Gretchen did speak off camera, and We apologized to each other and this, that, but I did have a reason as to why I fought Gretchen. It was a misunderstanding, but I did have a reason. It wasn't for no camera time. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna give that to the world because I's a real bitch. We spoke off camera. That's why I don't respect this bitch. Because she spoke to me off camera and then went on fucking confessionals and say she hit me for Gretchen just so she could look like she's saving the day. And it's like, bitch, you know that's a lie. You didn't hit me for that. You hit me for nothing. So I fought her. And yeah, I lost. But win, lose, or draw, like I say, in the like somewhere, nobody's gonna disrespect me. And I would never encourage anybody in this world to let anybody think they could disrespect you and just because you can't. I didn't even know I couldn't really fight for real until I fight that girl.
I'm just trying to
laugh. You know when you angry and you just in there? And I'm like, wait, I just would catch. If I catch one hit, but she catch me by surprise. She's a little Bruce Lee. I'm not gonna lie to you. The bitch got them hands, but I don't care. You know what I mean? I didn't cry about it. I'm not like Biggie. I don't do like all that crying and shit because I know I stand up to somebody. Yeah, that was shade. No shade. But
I caught it.
No, but true. I don't cry about shit. I fight her. Yeah, the internet dragging me, but win, lose, or draw, I would tell anybody, like, if I ain't scared of the whole police department, why would I scare of y'all for?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't scared and I ain't shame. If I fight you, I fight you. But once you know I don't fuck with you. In real life, I'm on Baddies. I don't fuck with you. I might party with you just for the Baddies brand, just so not leak it up some peace. But bitches that know I don't fuck with them, I told them off camera, I don't fuck with you. I don't like you. If I ain't talking to you, I don't like you. Don't ask me why I ain't talking to you because I can say I don't like you. That's that.
I may be missing something before we go to the next person. I may be missing something, but I think a huge missed opportunity for Zeus is launching a Zeus record label. They have so many artists over there, and clearly they are in need of music because we're always hearing these songs being played throughout the thing. Some of them I actually really, really like. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, why won't they sign these girls and guys who are over here doing music, have them record their songs with you guys, put it in the show, take a large percentage out of it, because I'm pretty sure y'all would record the song and give it to Zeus if they're going to promote it and put it in the episode and pay y'all something. Zeus could be making so much money right now because so many of the girls get on the show and then they leave and they put out songs and stuff like that. I was scrolling on YouTube and saw Biggie and I think it was Taseki, have put out a video that has like millions of views. And I'm like, Zeus could have got a piece of this. I think it's a huge missed opportunity. Tamika, if you listening, y'all need to start a record label, okay? I think that'd be great. I think that'd be amazing. Moving on to the next person. She left pretty early, but what are your thoughts on Sukihana?
I think Sukihana's a real bitch from what I've seen on TV. I didn't meet her in person, so I can't really formulate a personal opinion, but from what I've seen on TV, I like me some Sukihana. She's a real bitch.
Yeah. I met her in person. She's cool too. Like real cool.
She ain't got no filter on her mouth.
Yeah, she don't.
I love that.
She a Florida girl, just like me. So yeah, I understand. I connect. I relate. One of my favorite baddies next on the list is Scotty. I love me some Scotty.
She's the sweetest. She's not just like that on camera. Scotty's like that in real life.
I love that.
Sweetest. She's the sweetest. I ain't gonna lie. I love me some Scotty. Yeah.
And I be so mad when people be bothering Scotty. I'm like, leave Scotty alone. Like, don't bother her.
For true, because she just like, Scotty literally just be wanting to have fun. Like, and this ain't just for the camera. Like, for real. Scotty literally be just wanting to have fun, chill, vibe. She really does check on the girls and stuff off camera and on camera. Like, if she sees somebody sad or something like that, she can go check on them. But Scotty low-key, this some off-camera tea. Scotty low-key, we had this thing in the house with vapes, right? This was my favorite part of the house because I was a vape smoker. So Scotty would take the vape and smoke it. Then I could have swear I saw Scotty with my vape. So one time I asked, I was like, Scotty, you have the vape? I said, you saw the pink vape? She's like, I don't even smoke vapes.
That's funny.
So, yeah, she's a sweetheart in real life. She's a sweetheart. I love Scotty.
I really enjoyed seeing her during that whole brawl with, I believe it was Gretchen, the one who said the N-word. I just enjoyed Scotty being like, wait, like I just enjoyed her in that role. And I think that was because she was probably, if I'm remembering correctly, a part of that first wave of new girls who came in after the established girls did the whole Baddies on Zeus. She was part of that first wave, and in my opinion, they did haze her a little bit. And now she's become like a vet on the show and the brand. And I feel like I see her kind of, providing to the newer girls what should have been provided to her, and I love that for Scotty. I want Scotty to be a superstar. Like, I don't even know what Scotty do. I don't know what her talents are. I don't know what the fuck she do. But I like Scotty, and I want Scotty to blow up.
Bitch. You want to see Scotty was just on stage with Meg Thee Stallion and them?
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Okay. I like Scotty so much. Next on the list, I ain't finna say nothing bad about her because she ain't finna hit me in my fucking mouth, is Taseki.
Oh, I love Taseki.
I love her too.
Yeah. No, I love Taseki, like, to be honest. She's a Gemini.
I'm sorry. Taseki. Don't hit me, girl. Woo!
Siki, you funny. I even asked Siki one time, like, after the fight, I asked Siki if she could I tell them we need to do a class on the show where she showing us a couple of moves. This is after I didn't get fucking yam. Show me some moves. But Siki is cool. Siki is cool. She's a cool girl. She's a Gemini, so.
I crown Taseki the best fighter I've ever seen on reality TV. That girl fights.
She's be ducking and yucking, boy. Ducking and yucking. Like, I know. I so mad I wasn't able to actually see her fight in person. I wasn't on that in the area at the time. You say saying. So I wasn't able to see that fight, but I really wanted to see that in action. I must tell you. Siki, but she really like that in person. She don't take no bullshit. That's what I like about her. She say less and she do more.
I ain't never been with a girl ever in my life. If Taseki said, "You better eat my pussy, or I'm gonna knock you out," I would be a straight man that day. Cause I'm not fucking with it, okay?
I don't want to fight Siki either.
I had to go get a brick or something to even think I could eat. I had to ask the blind baddie for her little rod, so I could swing it. Next on the list, another person who don't give a flying fuck is Mariah Lynn. Mariah Lynn don't give a damn.
No.
What's your thoughts on her?
You know what I like about Mariah? I like Mariah. I got along with Mariah. I like the fact that Mariah is so tiny, but she can speak up. Like, you know what I mean? I like bitches like that. Like, she can speak up and she can say if she don't like something, she don't like something. And what I learned about Mariah on the show, the word I would use to describe her is loyal. That girl is loyal to her friends. She loyal.
Now, I'm gonna be a little messy just a little bit. Why do you think she loyal to the people she loyal to?
Because, okay, if you on the show, right, you have like filming time and then you have off camera time. So you're able to peep like who real and who ain't. And a lot of the girls take that opportunity, like some of the girls, not a lot, they take that opportunity to, conversate with the other girls and they would bring up things about their friends. So Mariah, I've never come across a situation where I saw Mariah having a conversation behind her friend back that she had not had to their face. You know what I mean? She's not off camera, what I've seen, because that's how I judge them. So when you see me not fucking with somebody on camera, it's really because what I see in their character off camera. Because I just don't fuck with certain shit. You know what I mean? But as far as Mariah concerned, what I've seen with her off camera, she stays with who she fuck with, and she speak her mind, and I've never seen her talk about a friend behind their back.
Which I love. I love that. My only hope is, which I mean, it may be smart, and I'm referring to when she was fighting, not fighting for, but when she hit the girl that Taseki was finna hit. And I'm just like, Mariah, I hope the same people you fighting for would fight for you. You know what I'm saying? And then a part of me thought, well, maybe she fight for these people because she don't want them to fight her, which I think is smart. You know what I'm saying? Her little ass against Taseki.
You trust me. Siki and Mariah are. That's a genuine relationship, though.
I love to hear that.
Like you have TV relationships, they have a genuine relationship. Off camera, you will always see them together.
Okay, I love to hear that. It was just a thought. I was like, it's smart on Mariah part. Girl, I'm gonna fight for you, so you don't ever fight me. You know what I'm saying? What I like about Mariah Lynn on the show too, I feel like maybe it just comes from her doing reality TV for years before she got on Baddies, but I feel like she just understands what she understands the assignment. We're doing reality TV, so I'm gonna get my sound bites in. I'm gonna do that. You know, I'm gonna help make a show. You know what I mean? And I like that she participates, and I really enjoy that.
She's a promotion queen too. That whole
Mm-hmm.
international superstar, like she know when to plug in. What she want to plug in, I fuck with that.
Next on the list, another person who I think has mastered plugging in very early on in their Zeus career, arguably better than some people who've done it before her, is Biggie. What are your thoughts on Biggie?
I don't fuck with her.
Ooh, why?
I don't know. I don't have no beef with her. You know what I mean? I don't have no beef with her, but she just does a lot of like questionable stuff, man. Like just, I feel like she just flip flops a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
there's certain things that are gonna come up where I felt like with certain things with Biggie, I just feel like when I first came on the show, um, I had when I did my interview with Bobby Lights, I did my interview with Bobby Lights, and they had asked me like whose spot I wanted to take. So in the excitement and this, that, and the third, I said a name, but I didn't even realize I had said a name. You know what I mean? Like what I said until afterwards. My friend was like, "Girl, you just say Biggie," and I was like, "Oh fuck," because I was so excited. So when I started the show, I told her about it. Like, you know what I mean? Just being a real bitch. I told her about it and I was like, listen, I didn't mean it like that. Like I was just excited and I just said, you know what I mean, the wrong thing. I didn't come in there looking for no beef or nothing like that. So we was cool and stuff like that. And then out of nowhere, she just started coming in the room saying good morning to everybody, not saying good morning to me, and like, just a little weird, little different, just weird. She just do some weird shit and like I just you know what I mean? I don't speak too much because certain episodes ain't out yet. But I just feel like I don't know. She just flip floppy. 1 minute she here, 1 minute she there. 1 minute she here, 1 minute she there. 1 minute she cool, the next minute she ain't. So I don't know if that moment when I told her that made her feel like she couldn't trust me, maybe because of all the stuff that she experienced on reality TV,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is. But I know that she just was on live recently, speaking on my name, mocking me, um, saying it's still, and it's like there was something that she did in the show that I felt like I needed to address, and was something on behalf of Caribbean people. I don't know who told her I wanted to fight her. Never said I wanted to fight her. I said I had something that I wanted to address. So I spoke to her personally while it was in the house, and I said somebody who was there. I don't want to call the names. So they called me and they was like, "Dear, did you ever say you wanted to fight me?" And I said, "No." I said I wanted to address her on certain things that I just didn't agree with that she did. So I feel like she kind of running with the whole "do you want to fight me" thing, "do you want to fight me" thing for whatever for TV, but to go live and the whole this deal, like marking my whole brand, and then they said something about stealing on the live, and
You stole something?
I don't know if they were saying that I stole something, but they was talking about thieves in the house, and then they started her, Anna, and Diamond started mentioning me. So the audience took it as though she's calling me a thief. And it wasn't as clear as what they was saying. They was like, "Oh, this episode is coming out soon." So I don't know what they did. Then that's what I'm talking about as to why I don't fuck with her too. I don't fuck with her too heavy. Like, you know what I mean? Because if they did do anything to say that I stole, they did it behind my back. You know what I mean? Like they planted it for TV. And that's the type of shit I don't fuck with because I don't have no reason to steal from nobody. So I do have something coming out to respond to it because, like I said, I'm not going to let anybody damage my character or damage me as a person or even just go online and mock me when it's like I barely had much of conversations with y'all. Like I spoke to Biggie a few times in Barbados, but after I saw the flippy floppy energy, I just kind of, you know, I
Mm-hmm.
just kind of back off because that's just me. I don't, if I notice you doing little weird things, I ain't really got no interest in talking to you. So I don't know if she just got an issue with me because she realized I really wasn't interested. Because I don't kiss nobody ass. Like, you know what I mean? I don't care how long you've been on TV. I don't care if you showing me weird energy. Like, bitch, I can go the next way. It is what it is. You know? So I don't know. She's just too flippy floppy for me, for my personal taste.
I don't agree with a lot of things Biggie does on the show. And her
Mm-hmm.
rationale to me is always moving. The goalpost is always moving. However, Biggie is entertaining.
No, she did. I must say, from watching Baddies, I could give her respect from where she came from to where she is now, as far as like her entertaining the audience and this, that, and the third. But I'm just saying, for TV,
Yeah.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go for the audience. For Dia, not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. Her tea tastes bad to me. It's an acquired taste.
What her tea tastes like?
You know when you taste something and you can't tell what it is? That's why I say she flippy floppy. Like you tasting something, but you can't really tell the ingredients in
like
it and
hot
what's really
dog
going
water.
on. Yeah, like 1 minute she talking to you, 1 minute she ain't, and then you know what I mean? I feel like I don't know. I don't even know what to say. That's why I just kind of back off from her. And then
Yeah.
the whole Caribbean thing, it's like for me, like I say, when it comes to being from the Caribbean and stuff like that, she had said something to me on the show about me being the Caribbean princess and I'm busting a wine and this, that, and the third. And I was very offended by that. Very, very offended by that because it's such a stereotypical comment to make. Because I came from there.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't like when Rolly was telling you guala guala, bop, 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 this, that, and the third. You didn't like that. So my thing is, that's why I say flippy floppy. If you stand for something, you got to stand for that on everything that you do. You can't, like, for instance, when her and Stunner was on the show, she did a live and she said, they asked why Stunner don't like her. Oh, because we bullied her. We bullied her the whole season. We bullied her the whole season, but now you crying about being bullied. You know what I mean? Like, if you stand on something, you got to stand on that on every situation. And that's what I wasn't feeling about Biggie. You didn't like Rolly telling you guala guala. So why you can come to a person like me? Like, I really from there. Like, I understand you got parents and stuff there, but you grew up in the States. You didn't grow up in the circumstances that I grew up under. You didn't, you know what I mean? I contribute to my economy. I give back. I, like, you know what I mean? I'm really from there. So when people say they see me on the show and all I have is being from the Caribbean, yeah, because that's what I came to represent. The girls from the Caribbean that really from there that have a hard time tapping into this industry. You see what I'm saying? It's different for us to tap into the industry. So when she came with that wine and thing, it's like, bitch, we ain't no poppy show. You watching too much TV.
Poppy show! I haven't heard that in such a long time. No. Oh my god.
No, I know poppy show. Like all Caribbean girls do not wine, especially like you know what I mean. Like I'm about to drink and get drunk when I feel like I'm around a lot of bitches who doing weird shit. Some of them definitely cool, but a lot like some of them was doing some weird shit. So. And Biggie was one of them. So
Biggie gives me that, and again, I'm just watching it. I don't know none of these. Well, some of these, the ones I know and I've met in real life, I've mentioned them. I don't know Biggie, never met her. I don't subscribe to her, don't follow her. I just see her on the show. To me, it just looks like Biggie is just putting on a show. You know, like Biggie just understands the assignment, and when she starts all that crying and hooping and hollering and attempts to fight and do all that, I just feel like Biggie is just getting her moment. Like that's what I'm getting. And me personally, being there, I wouldn't take shit Biggie did or said serious. You know, I just would view it in. She just putting on a show right now. You know, she just trying to be entertaining.
But if you doing that, just to plug in right there. Sorry, not to interrupt you. If you're doing that, I feel like. Don't act like you're doing it because you real. Like, you know what I mean? Don't act like that. If that's what you're doing, don't act like that. Like, you see what I'm saying? Don't call other bitches out for saying, oh, they doing TV show. Like, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like, if that's what you want, that's what you want. That's why I feel like she not my type of person because she look too flippy floppy. Like, if you standing on that, I respect when a bitch stand on something. I might not fuck with you, but I respect when you stand on what you say you do on every standpoint. You gotta be leveled. If you saying you doing use a TV bitch, be a TV bitch, but don't call other people TV bitches if you's a TV bitch. I could call bitches TV bitches because I'm not a TV bitch. You see what I'm saying? I could say that. I could say, bitch, you're doing some clout chasing shit because I ain't do no clout chasing shit. I did what I did because I had reason. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, you so pretty. I'm just looking at you. You so pretty. Which way you swing?
Huh?
Which way you swing?
Strictly dickly, baby.
I know that's right. Me too. You got a man?
Yes. You said if I got a boyfriend?
I said you got a man, but
I
know that's right. You better not answer shit on this thing. But shout out for me as a personality working. Shout out to Biggie. I just remember when Biggie auditioned and what she said she wanted to do, and outside of what you guys experienced from working with her, as someone at home watching her, I'm like, girl, you better do it because you're doing it better than some of these people who have come before you, and you've done it in a very short amount of time. Like I feel like she has cemented herself as one of the personalities, a part of the Baddies brand. Like she has done that, and. All I got to say is y'all don't let Biggie work y'all. You know what I'm saying? Take some notes. You know what I'm saying? Because mama is working it. She working it. Crazy as she is. Like Biggie, going into the next person. Biggie, how did you not think saying on the internet that when you saw Jayla, you was going to slap her? To not think when she saw you, she wasn't finna work you day and night.
No, but you understand what I said. That was my whole standpoint. Like everybody saying Jayla bully Biggie, but
no, she did not.
I feel like if you going on the internet and you say, if you know you ain't no fighter like me, I'll speak up to these girls. But like I ain't gonna sit on this live and say, when I see Biggie, I can smack the shit out of her. Bitch, I'm not interested in fighting. I'm a fucking princess. Now if they looking, you see what I'm saying? I'm not interested in fighting. On the show, they got me so angry to the point that, and then I was going through a lot mentally as well. Like the whole thing with my brother. I didn't realize that I was going through so much until I got there. So, like, when people did shit, it aggravated me to the point where it's like, okay. But, like, not like home and thing. Like, I ain't gonna be on my phone telling bitches, yeah, I coming for you. See whoever you and your blah, blah, blah. Disclaimer, I don't want to fight none of y'all. I really don't want to fight. I don't want to.
I don't want no smoke.
See me in the booth. I'm a rapper.
I love that deal. D said, I don't want no smoke with nobody, okay? Don't bring that shit over here.
But don't expect me. Bitches always want to bring smoke to the table when you speak in your mind and you speak in your truth. As a woman, you should just respect me speaking my truth. If that's how I feel about the situation, that's how I feel about the situation. Why y'all always trying to, like, I feel like there's a lot of girls in the house that speak about situations and bitches ain't trying to fight them. Bitches just want to fight me because they know I ain't no fighter. So it's like, people saying, well, why is she talking if she ain't no fighter? Bitch, because God gave me a voice.
Let me tell you, Dia, what you do before we go to the next person, friend. You enrolling you in some motherfucking taekwondo boxing classes on these hoes before the next season?
Oh, I did. But it wasn't even for the hoes. It was because it was like, bitch, you gotta get your, they was like, square up. Tinker told me, she said, girl, you gotta work on your square up. I said, what the fuck is a square up?
Your set. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work on your set. Let me tell you something. You learn some of these scientific ways of fighting, some of that shit to seek, you know what I'm saying? Because the rest of these girls just be brawling. They just be, they just be pulling.
She needs to start a class. I feel like she had made.
I would take it. I want to fight like Tasiki. You know what I'm saying?
I want to fight like Tasiki too. Eat.
But friend, you take you some class. I'm talking about some good classes, and you learn the official ways of fighting. And don't say nothing. Don't post about it. Don't say nothing.
No.
And let a hoe run up and you flip her. I bet you they'll stop. Oh, the only thing you got to do is flip somebody, and that make you, in this world, that make you a fighter. Just flip somebody one time, boom, and get on top of her and start mopping. I bet they leave you alone. But
I did kung fu at a point. I used to live in China, and I did kung fu at a point, like when I was like younger. I did kung fu. So I don't know what happened to it. I think I just like grow past the whole, like, for true, because I used to be up and stuff on bitches back then, boy. But I hit people with things. And then I'm always around a lot of niggas. You see what I'm saying? And like I say, I feed a lot of people back. Like, I literally, like, have businesses where, like, you know what I mean? I got
you come
niggas
with a squad
with me. So it's like, I don't really ever have to do my own dirty work. Like, if somebody fuck with me, like, niggas will answer that before I even tell them to. So that's kind of the lifestyle I had for the last, like, probably like, I would say like 8 years. Even when I used to live in China, I still used to fight for myself, where they used to have to stop me. But I had niggas in China. I had niggas in Napa. Like, everywhere I go, I don't go nowhere without shooters. So I always got a shooter with me. That's me. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's me on my boss shit. I always got a shooter with me. I never really, like, at this point in my life, I ain't trying to be fighting these bitches.
Next on the list is Jayla. I love Jayla. I think she's so pretty. Oh my God. She's so beautiful.
I would say Jayla's genuine. Jayla's very genuine. And she really speaks from the heart. She's a very deep person. Very, very deep person. I've had a lot of conversations with Jayla. She was like a big sister to me. And I have a lot of respect for her. You know what I mean? A lot of people try to create a problem with me and her because she did a podcast and they asked her who's the worst fighter. And she said, Dear. And I was like, bitch, thank you. Now I could get ahead of the shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like she said that but that's just the truth. You know what I mean? She wasn't even trying to be shady because we did speak, but she wasn't trying to be shady because I do believe like I probably the worst fighter, but that don't make me no less of a body.
It
Biggie
don't.
can't fight, and she's a body. You know what I mean?
Biggie
So,
can't fight for shit.
uh-uh. She can't
But
fight for
big,
nothing. But I like me some Gilo.
I, I, I really enjoy Jayla. I think she's so beautiful. I just get woman when I look at her. You know, the only transgression Jayla has ever done was in this last couple of episodes when she put that wig on, and I just wanted to reach through the television and snatch it off and be like, Jayla, I like you bald. I like you golden. I like you.
What?
I like you. I like you bald and blonde. You
I
know.
love the wig. I thought it was giving Marilyn Monroe new season. Hello. I really
I
loved it.
I may be just so married to her in her baldness and those cheekbones and the skin tone
You
and
a
all of that.
liar.
I felt like, not saying the wig was not beautiful on her. I think her natural form is just light years like
Mm-hmm.
above putting on a unit, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion.
It gives bold, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It gives very
Mm-hmm.
bold and unapologetic. And that's really her personality. Like, people saying shit and thing online, that's really her personality. Like, she talk passionate like that on and off camera. But I ain't gonna lie, she know how to present that shit.
Mm-hmm.
When that camera's rolling, she know how to present that shit. She brought up the ancestors. I say, I don't know if you can hear me in the background. I like motherfucker the whole time. I know.
I loved her during these first couple of episodes because
Mm-hmm.
she was fighting, but she was fighting for a reason. Like, you, first of all, you ain't finna get on the internet and say you finna hit me and don't stand on it. Cause I'm finna work you, and I'm sorry, Biggie. But she said, I'm finna work you every day.
Yeah.
Every day. And you round here saying this N-word and we keep telling you to stop it. I'm finna work you every day.
Mm-hmm.
I respect it. I
That's why I
respect
like.
it.
That's why I fuck with Jayla. Like she got the bitches you see me fuck with. They doing shit for a reason.
When she
Like they,
said,
she stand on shit.
come on, come
Hmm.
on, I said, yes, Jayla. Ooh, yes.
And she really was upset. She was genuinely
Oh,
upset.
yeah.
She was genuinely upset. Like for real.
Next on the list is Sapphire.
Big sister.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sapphire. I met Sapphire at I got this concert right before I got casted for Zeus.
Oh,
I was on
nice.
Trina's Rockstar concert.
Oh,
And
nice. Congrats.
thank you. And I met Sapphire there and we hung out for a little bit and she showed me a lot of support. Like she met me there, she was showing me support. And when I got on Baddies, she messaged me because I told her I had auditioned for Baddies. And when she did an interview there, she was saying, I just watched Dia perform. Y'all need to put her on Baddies. Like she did a little interview there. But she always showed me support. And when I came on the show, she was like a big sister, like a person who would give me like a word of advice. She wanted me to win, and I love that about her. And her and
Mm,
Jayla, I told the two of them that to like off camera, like we spoken about. Like I appreciate them. They took the time to really like, you know what I mean,
I love
talk to me
that.
and be like from a big sister. We didn't get to hang out all the time as often, you know what I mean. But when it came to that, them genuine conversations, and you know what I mean, giving that advice, especially, Sapphire is half Bahamian as well. Her grandmother is from the Bahamas.
Hmm.
So she always stood up for me. She always spoke highly of me. She didn't like when people was bullying me. She'd always tell people she respect me. They talk very well about me behind my back and I respect shit about that. Like they don't just say it to my face. They say it to people behind my back. People tell me. So I respect Sapphire
Her
a
body
lot.
and her face is out of this world.
T.
It is the capital
It
T.
is T.
The
I must
capital
tell
T.
you. In person it just looks scrumptious.
Oh my
You know?
God. And I just be looking at
Mm-hmm.
her through I'm like, girl, like your body, her face, her makeup, just everything is beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Next on the list is Bianca. Chicken noodle soup. Hey.
I don't really I don't know. I don't know what to say about Bianca. She just kind of, I know she did some things in the show that just her character was kind of questioned in my
Mm,
books. So I didn't get close to Bianca. That's another one that I didn't choose. I chose not to get close to. Um because she did some shit. If I talking to somebody, we can talk about real shit. So if I feel like I can't trust you, I'm not gonna really communicate with you at all. So I had little conversations here and there with Bianca. I met her on my first day in Miami and everything was cool. But then when she went in and went up on Sapphire about Mariah, I say, you know what, maybe they have a reason or something like that. But then later on in the time there, it just proved that it was a lot of like, a lot of little iffy shit
mixy,
that was going
mixy.
on. Mixy mixy.
Which is really unfortunate. And again, I don't know nobody, but I remember Bianca from back in the day from her songs. Um, and I do feel like out of this group of girls, she does have more things to stand on, having these songs, being on Love and Hip Hop. And
Mm-hmm.
as a viewer, with her coming in so strong like that, it almost to me felt like she was trying to audition. And
Mm-hmm.
to me, I was like, girl, you Bianca, like you don't got to audition, I'm not gonna say you on the same level as Ariel Day, but you in the same arena,
Mm-hmm.
Ari ain't in here slapping hoes and jumping up and she chilling. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
Bianca could have still been Bianca on the show, got respect, got her camera time, all of that. And she didn't have to come in slapping and
So
spitting
heavy.
and
Like,
and doing all
the
that.
camera time ain't that important. Like, you know what I mean? Because a real bitch can be recognized regardless. And I wish Bianca hadn't come in so heavy, to be honest. Because then I probably would have, like, certain shit she did, I probably would have, because she's a cool girl. And even Natalie had told me a story about one time they was out and she know how to turn people up. You know what I mean? She know how to party. She know how to this and the third. But for my taste, certain shit that she did, I can't fuck with it. Like, you know what I mean?
Now, I will say this, her voice is so soothing to listen to. I can hear her talk all day. I can literally listen to that Bianca talk all day. Her voice is so velvety and but still
Mm-hmm.
kind of crunchy a little bit. Like,
It is like butter. I could be honest.
mm-hmm.
That's one of the first things I noticed about her. Her voice like butter.
Next on
Yeah.
the list, Callyway.
Cali, I love me some Cali.
Is it Callyway?
Caliway, yeah.
Oh, yay me.
Caliway, yeah. Caliway. I love me some Cali. I ain't gonna lie. She's bold. Um, she's a cool girl. Cali is cool. I ain't gonna lie. She's a fucking she's a fighter too, boy. Cali, Cali. You saw that. You know what Callie remind me of when she fight Mortal Kombat. You know the Mortal Kombat, the guy who's getting low on the ground, like
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a Jamaican guy. I ain't sure, but he's get dead low on the ground. Like I don't think y'all didn't saw the entirety of that fight.
Wait, is Callie the one who beat up Diamond?
No, Callie fight Jelly Bean.
Callie fight
In
Jelly
on the
Bean.
bonfire, the one who do the kick and running.
Callie was the one who kicked her and then came.
Me and Callie created a good connection on the show. We used to hang out and stuff off camera. I love me some Callie.
You need to go practice with Callie. Cause Callie did some shit I never seen. Callie kicked her down and what? I was
When
like,
I fly to Cali, I can call
oh!
Cali. I can fly to Cali and I can call Cali.
Tell me this, what did we not see from that fight?
Y'all didn't see when she like when Cali going to fight, Cali getting low. Like she was like low on the ground because I think she realized she was on sand. So it was like she is such an analytical
Mm-hmm.
fighter.
You gotta anchor yourself.
She grounded herself. She ain't like me. She ain't like me. You know, I had on that long dress. I fucking gone. No, Cali. Callie just get low. She get low on the ground. And she said then she put some sand on her hand. She fucking boom.
To
That shit
grip.
was in slow motion. Then she just but what y'all did actually she did a number. She did a number. Now I love me some jelly bean. Now I'm sorry that had to happen, but Jesus Christ. Callie did a number. She is a crazy fighter. I feel like they should crown her one of the fighters of Baddies for sure. She was so unbothered. Like when I say she no emotion, like type vibe. Like she get low and she just started looking, analyzing, and she said, okay, that's how I come in. And then boom, bang. I said, fuck. Ooh, I don't want to fight
Mm-mm.
her.
Next on the list, I think another fighter is Meatball.
mm,
Uh-oh.
I ain't a big fan of her. We was cool though. We was cool throughout the show, but she just do some certain things like up to certain parts of the show. I start to realize, like, you know what I mean. She's playing a lot of games, playing a lot of games, playing a lot of games, playing with people's heads. You know what I mean?
Mm.
A lot of pinning against this one, pinning against that one. And I couldn't bring myself to respect it. You know, she's super young, so I try to like when I see us do certain things or say certain things, not to like disrespect her craft or nothing like that, because Meatball did come a long way, and I know she big and fighting against justice as far as like Philly is concerned. So I give her respect on that because that's a common thing that I have. But like I tried to like you know what I mean, just understand it because we was cool, but then out of she just was doing little nice juice to peep it, you know, but it wasn't so obvious. But it was like, you know what I mean? So right now I'm not I just don't want no parts of it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
I don't want no parts of it. Certain shit she did I just can't respect. And it's gonna come out in the show, but yeah. I mean it's cool though. For the time that we hung out and shit, I won't say that we didn't hang out. We hung out and shit like we used to smoke together, talk and fuck like that. But I kinda like, you know, had to separate myself because I can't take the TV shit for me. I know a lot of the girls in the house, like people that I was close with, like Slim and stuff, they would talk to me and they say, you know, dear, there's a difference between reality TV and reality and stuff like that. But for me, I couldn't get with it. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Cause I just felt like you could do certain stuff, but you don't gotta go so far.
Mm-hmm.
And Meatball just kind of went a little bit too far for me, and I just couldn't
Mm.
respect it.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to see because I like Meatball. You know, I kind
hmm
of like
I liked her
Meatball.
too. She's funny as fuck. Like I liked Meatball too. She's funny as fuck. She's a vibrant young lady. But I couldn't get with it, and I felt the type of way with not being able to get with it because I really didn't like her. But I just had to separate myself as of
Now
now, at least.
I'm watching it at home, and even though I still like Meatball, so far I do not agree with her getting up in Jayla's face for addressing Biggie when Biggie was on the internet saying she was gonna slap this girl. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't
Because
agree with it either.
I'm pretty sure if somebody got on the internet and said Meatball, I'm finna roll your ass up like spaghetti, she'll be like, bitch, the next time I see you, I'm finna kill you. You know what I'm
That's the
saying?
same thing I told her. I think they're actually going to show it in this episode because they didn't finish the war. But I think I did say it. I told her off camera too. I was like, you know what I mean? Like she said she was gonna hit her. That's not bullying. If you know you can't fight, don't say you can hit somebody. Like you see they saying, and then they are really none of your business. You know,
Now I
not your
want to play
business.
devil's advocate. I wonder if Meatball is saying, "Okay, Jayla, you done popped her twice. You ain't have to pop her the third time. You already done beat her. Now she crying because you know she can't fight. Maybe that's what Meatball talking about. Maybe I'm trying to think. Maybe she thought, okay, girl, you done hit her twice already. You don't got to hit her a third time.
Maybe, but me personally, I ain't getting in it because I feel like once you come for that smoke, you come for that. You know what I mean? Like if you come on the internet and you say like I don't know, maybe that's what she thought, but just from a deal perspective, that
Mm-hmm.
ain't none of my business. You started it, you must know how you can finish it. You see what I'm saying? Stop none won't be none. You must know what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? You have to know what you're doing if you go online and you say you can pop somebody
To
in this and you
Jayla,
and you know Jail
who
is a
go?
fucking boxer.
Jayla's going to hit you first.
Listen, Jail a two-piece that bitch. Oh my god.
Jesus.
Jail a two-piece
Next,
that girl.
next on the list is my Broward County sister, Lauderdale Ho, Diamond the Body.
I don't fuck with Diamond. Three words. Diamond is a clout chaser. Diamond is everything for TV because she told it to me off camera. Everything for TV, and she just weird. Diamond is doing a lot of weird things. It look good on the internet. Like, mind you, she's very good at marketing. Very good at marketing. But it looked good on the internet, but that girl weird. She weird. She's a weird girl. You know what I mean? She's another one who apologized to me off camera and then still did weird shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she coming on the internet now calling me a follower. Diamond, no, I ain't no follower. She knows I'm not no follower because Diamond was in the house. I used to be in my room. You know what I mean? Like, I used to be in my room. I used to hang out mostly in the house. Who I used to hang out with was Tinker, Slim, and Meatball for most of the time. Me, Tinker, and Slim still very tight. You see what I'm saying? Like, we still is like I just talked to them yesterday. So, um, Diamond trying to call me a follower to create a narrative so that she could continue a storyline and all of this starting to turn, and you done been in my face saying, Dia, everything is for TV. And I told Diamond to her face, I said, you this willing to sell your soul on that type of level? Like, she just did too much. She went too far with it. And then to come on the internet and create this narrative about me to go live with Biggie and tell Biggie that I told her I want to fight Biggie when Diamond know I never talked to her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I never used to talk to Diamond because I didn't like her from the beginning. So I was cordial with her on certain occasions because we on bodies. Like, if we in the same sprinter, I check if she get her food. You know what I mean? When they giving us food and this, that, and the third. And cordial shit because I'm a woman. But I told Diamond I don't like her from the beginning because if you could come and do what, like how people creating this narrative about the Tinker situation. Oh, I just met Tinker. What I said on the show about we go way back or we super super close. When you from the Bahamas, if you know somebody and you fuck with them and you fuck with them on a day, because within the first 2 days, like I said, I was going through a lot. Tinker was the first person to see through that. Like, you know what I mean? And she literally came to me and she was like, how is your mental? You know what I
Oh.
mean? Like, you see what I'm saying? And this is literally within the 2 days. So we had deep conversations within that time. And I realized this a real bitch. Diamond also knows that that wasn't the only reason that I wasn't fucking with her. Because whether she apologized to Tinker or not, Tinker and Slim could tell you that I wasn't talking to Diamond. Because what she did was just wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Okay, you then take the girl wig, you do all of this, you fight her, you get beat. Now you come here, you want another fight, but now you want to say things like, I'm the reason you got on the show. You trying to big dog somebody. Like, you see what I'm saying? She trying to big dog her. And it's like, you so wrong and strong. I will never fuck with a bitch like that. In real life, on TV, I don't give a fuck. We ain't gonna never be friends. Whether you apologize to my friend or not, but I will also let you know that me and her cool. So watch what you fucking say while you sitting here. And second of all, I don't fuck with you because of what the fuck you did. Because bitch, if you could do it to her, you could do it to me. We'll never be close. You's a weird ass bitch. You understand what I'm saying? That's really all my situation is with Diamond. You were wrong. And had she sat at that table and said, you know what, dear, you don't lie. I was wrong. I would have respect her different. But she sat there. Diamond takes the opportunity to tear down other women's career to build herself. And I can't ever fuck with that. Like, she sat there literally down and Tinker, knowing the girl is a genuine girl. Like, you sitting here saying, I'm the reason she got, like, what if people ran with that narrative? Like, you see what I'm saying? What if all of us came here to build a brand for ourselves? You see what I'm saying? All of us came here to build a brand for ourselves. Why tear down a bitch? You could say what your problem is without tearing down a bitch and trying to big dog a bitch. And then you acting like, I supposed to fuck with you. No, bitch. On off camera, I don't fuck with you. And I told her that off camera. She apologized and this, that, and the third. And then came back trying to fight me, which could show up in this episode. That's why my face was so, if you see in the clip, you see how, yeah, my face was so confused. Like, bitch, you just was at the fucking table apologizing to me yesterday. You see what I'm saying?
Can I tell you what I think about what I think what Diamond is doing? Because I became introduced to Diamond on Now That's TV. And I saw her over there. And over there, to me, I got the sense like she was like one of the top people over there. And I don't really know what the outside conversation is about Now That's TV and Zeus. I'm just taking from my perspective. I do view Zeus, to be a little bit further along on their journey in terms of expansion and recognition and fan base and quality than Now That's TV is. Not to say Now That's TV is not a great brand or a great network. I just think Zeus is just a little bit further along in their development. And so I think with Diamond leaving Now That's TV to go on Zeus, in my eyes, she's looking to elevate her career and elevate her brand. And
Mm-hmm.
some of her antics, because they seem illogical, to me, the only logical reason on why she is doing these things is because she wants camera time. She wants to be here. She wants to be important to the narrative, which nothing is wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm telling, because I've worked in reality TV, I've worked with them. There is nothing wrong with getting booked for a reality TV show and coming there with a purpose saying, this is what I want to do for a reality TV show. Because ultimately, reality TV is not real. It's a show. It's for
Mm-hmm.
entertainment that's
Mm-hmm.
rooted in the reality sector. But the shit ain't real. Once they get to cutting this shit up and all this other stuff. So I'm okay with an agenda. I just think some of her rationale and why she's doing what she's doing just doesn't make sense. It just to me doesn't translate well. Like, Diamond, you have to understand, you ran up on this girl to get on this show. You hit her, you assaulted her. So whatever energy she is giving your way is justified because she did nothing to you. And you
Exactly.
only did this to her so you could get on the
Get on the
show.
like she just a born cloud chaser and she's okay with it. Like you know what I mean? That's the thing. Like
But that's my
she
Lauderdale sister. Y'all not gonna bother her too much now.
no, I
That's my
understand that's your Lauderdale
954 sister.
sister.
Y'all not gonna bother her too
But
much.
friend, listen. I always can keep it real. Let me tell you something. How Diamond came on that show and like she fight Tinker the first time and then apologized. Like you know how it is be, but she kept dragging it on, dragging it on, dragging it on, and it's like okay, bitch. Now I can't fuck with that. Like you see on Bodies, sometimes people fight, they have a conversation, and then they dead it. Dan Diamond talking about resurrecting this wig and this and the third. Bitch, you touch her wig first. Like you hit her first. You see what I'm saying? Like how is your mind set up? Like how what are you trying to represent? And my thing is like I say, I can't respect a bitch that willing to tear down another bitch just to get on. I can't. I can't. It's not in me. It's not in me. You see what I'm saying? It's just never gonna happen. So me and her was never gonna be friends from the audition time and her coming into the house and then just just being so stink about the whole thing. You mad because you got beat at audition, but you have to understand the fact that, and I feel like had she come in the house on that type of tip, she would have made more friends because I wasn't the only one separated from Diamond. A lot of people in the house were looking at Diamond like, bitch, why you acting so weird? You know what I mean? Like a lot of people did not agree with what she was doing. So she was segregated by herself because of what she was doing.
Which
So
I
the way it
hate that
looks
for
on
Diamond.
TV,
I hate that for her.
mm-hmm.
Cause she's so beautiful. And
She could have represented herself different, and she
she's
has
so
good music.
beautiful.
So my thing is like,
Oh, she do
if you
music.
yeah, exactly. You understand what I'm saying, bitch? If you are trying to really elevate your career, you got to be careful what you do and how you represent yourself. Like, you see what I'm saying? See, you don't even know she's do music. And that's because she's drowned herself in so much, like, mess with reality TV. Like, she's so obsessed with the clout. And that's what she gives. So I can't be around her. Real life on TV, I'm not trying to be around her. You understand what I'm saying? Because she would do anything. Like she just came off live calling me a thief with Biggie and Anna. That's my reputation. That you know I'm not no thief. Like the fuck? Y'all know I came in that bitch with 5 suitcases. The fuck y'all talking about?
I don't know about no bitch stealing nothing because I went there. I can't speak on that. But what I can, what I will say to lighten up this mood, she is a Broward County person through and through. Because Broward County girls will fight, win, lose, or draw. They will fight, win, lose, or draw. Now you done got slammed on the ground in the audition trying to run up and do something. She done flipped you like a pancake.
Mm-hmm.
You come up in the house, she hit you, rightfully so, right? Rightfully so. If I Diamond, you should have just took that one. You should just took it and be like, all right, girl, we done fought it out, we cool. She done hemmed you up on the wall, hemmed you up like a portrait. Then she stampede runs, whops you out the door. The door swing open. It felt like something out of a movie and plants you on the ground. Then you talk trash and say, let's go to the grass. She agrees and takes you to your turf that you just requested
I
and
beat you
flips
again.
you again. Diamond,
Let's
let
go.
it go.
But what wasn't shown was
Ooh, you
Diamond
like this?
came in there with the agenda to fighting because she was already saying it before camera started rolling. She came in there with that agenda. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's not like Tinker just run up on her and hit her. Like, you understand what I'm saying? It's not like she just run up on her and hit her. Like, the bitch came in there with that agenda because she said that. Like, she said it sitting at the table too. She was like, she came here to avenge herself on TV because she not taking that. Say she had on heels during auditions and blah blah blah. So this and the third. So she came there with that energy. That's what I'm saying. She came with that energy and it was off. So it wasn't even like Tinker just hit her for nothing. She was trying her.
And this my thing too. You know, Diamond is a pretty girl. I would want my face to get messed up. Like, we gotta protect this. That's the real reason why I really listen. If the only way I could ever do a Zeus show, y'all better have in my contract. Y'all gonna find these motherfuckers 10,000, 20,000 if you hit me because this sales. I book off of this.
I just said I just told somebody that I said if I ever do reality TV again, I'm putting it in my contract. I'm an artist. I can't be touched. I'm doing that.
Or if you do want me to fight, pull me to the side. Let's talk about this. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like let's have a conversation so a bitch could be ready. Shoot. I honestly feel like Diamond at that point was trying to bully me. Like, and then fighting me in Barbados for this whole follower narrative. I felt like, bitch, if you had a problem with what I was saying, you should have checked me at the table. Why you wait a whole week later to
Diamond.
That's what I'm saying. She looking for a storyline. She was losing the storyline with Tinker. Kiss her toes, apologize, all this fuck. And then now you want to come fight me? And you know I can't fight? Why? Like, she hit me first. Slim was right there because she wanted to fight the two of us. So Slim was right there. That's why I Tinker beat her after I fight her. Because it's like, you trying to fight my friend and you know she can't fight. She ain't no fighter. You see what I'm saying? Like, she swing at me first. Why are you swinging at me first? We could have had a conversation. You calling me a follower. No, she came there drunk and like just trying to run a storyline.
Can I ask you a question? So, of course, Zeus, I ain't gonna say they want y'all to fight, but you know, they want y'all to fight, right? Is it in y'all contracts? Y'all can't pick up nothing and hit nobody with nothing?
I don't think, no, we're not allowed. Like when we go to fight, it really be like straight on type of thing. Like you have to get rid of your rings, all that stuff. Because you probably saw it like when Tommy went to fight Natalie. They like take off your rings, this, that, and the third. So if we could have used weapons, a bitch would have been outside. I promise you. Because I know how to break a bottle on a hoe.
I was about to say, because bitch, because that'd be my go-to.
We know how to break a bottle
Wham!
on a bitch. I telling you, like I've done that multiple times in my life. I break a bottle on your head quick because I know I'm small. So, yeah, but no, I ain't had nothing to hold. When I go to fight Nunu, I had a little water bottle in my hand. They tell me take the water bottle out of my hand, you know. So,
friend, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you a trick on what the people used to say. You go for a person nose, eyes, or titties.
Fighting tips for deal. I should start that for my
nose,
for
eyes,
my
or
supporters.
Titties.
Y'all send me some fighting tips.
Nose, eyes, or titties.
Mm-hmm.
Cause they soft, you know. It ain't like this where if you do, you know, it can heal. Don't nobody want nothing happen to their eyes. Don't nobody want their nose breaking. And don't nobody want nothing happen to their titties. I bet if you grabbed a bitch titty and twisted it, they'll release you immediately. We'll get you together. Next on the list is Tinker, another person I would never want no smoke with. Tinker.
Tinker is my baby. That's my friend. I love me some Tinker. I love her. Like, I love Tinker. Like, we still friends. Even when we was on the show, we say, like, we could be friends after this. Like, we just talked yesterday. Like, that's my dog. Like, you know what I mean? And like I said, when I first came into the house, even Tango, she was always say like she felt like people didn't give me a chance to get to know me. You know what I mean? So I'll always appreciate Tank and Slim for that because, like I said, I was going through a lot when I came down, and I don't know how the other girls interpreted it or this, that, and the third. But I was going through a lot. Didn't even know I was going through it when I got there because I was just moving. Like, you know what I mean? I just wanted to accomplish something, and then I got this, and I hadn't fully dealt with my mental and my grief as yet because I haven't really grieved my brother and stuff as yet. So the pressure of everything, and Tinker, it bring me to tears, like, to be honest. She would
Oh my
comment, she'd
God.
say, Dia, how is your mental doing? You okay? Always encouraging me, always had something nice to say. We'd always have deep conversations. Like the conversation about my brother, Slim and Tinker was the first people I spoke to about it. And I remember that night we was sitting down and we was just, going back and forth about our personal stories and stuff like that. And this was off cameras before we started filming. And we had created a connection. So I really fuck with Tinker. She's a genuine person, regardless of what people saying on the internet, this, that, and the third. Like, she's a genuine person and she can stand up for herself and she can stand up for her friends. So she didn't want me to fight Diamond. She really, I don't know, she really didn't want me to fight Diamond. She wanted to fight Diamond for me because she felt like Diamond was weak for coming at me, knowing like she just saw me on the beach and she know I can't fight like that. So she really didn't even want me. So I don't know if you could hear in the clip when I fighting Diamond, you could hear Tinker like Dia, like
Mm-hmm.
you could hear in the
Yeah.
background, like you know what I mean. Like she did not want that. So she's a real friend.
I
She's
love
a real
that.
friend. Hmm.
Now, I do want to ask you this about Miss Tinka. We hear Diamond constantly accuse her of bleaching her skin, right? Where do you stand on that conversation? Now, as a viewer, and this is someone who grew up in South Florida, so I grew up around Haitian women,
Hmm.
Jamaicans, people from the Caribbean, where things like cake soap and skin bleach and all those things are a thing. And not
Hmm.
that I'm saying I'm accusing Tinka of doing this because I don't know her personal business. I ain't never seen her do anything. But I got two eyes, you know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
from when I look at her, her appearance does give a similar look to the people who do bleach their skin, which I don't really got no opinion on you bleaching your skin. I mean, shit, the shit belong to you. If you want it, bleach it. Shit, it's yours. Where do you
Hmm.
stand on the conversation? Is
Tinker
is
doesn't bleach.
okay? She does not
She
bleach.
does not bleach. I used to, like I said, I used to be with Tinker. Like in Barbados, we was always in each other's room.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? On scenes, of course, they separate us to talk to different people and stuff like that. But like when I tell you we used to be together, like Tinker does not bleach. Like we stayed in the same room in Puerto Rico. Like she does not bleach. You know what I mean? So I don't know. No, she doesn't bleach. I leave that there. She don't bleach her skin.
And you want to know how I know Tinka got a good heart? At least for me, my little hypotheses. Tinka could have hit Diamond again at that scene on that thing, but Tinka got up and walked away and said, "Girl, I'm finna go. I'm finna go do something else. I'm not even finna do that to you today."
Mm-hmm. Cause she could have beat her, like she really could have, and like she really even said that on and off camera, like I'm gonna just leave this bitch alone because she was doing weird shit. She wasn't doing no regular for TV shit. She was doing over the top, attention seeking shit. And off camera, on camera, she was doing it. So it's like, I feel like everybody kind of had like a little energy because even in the clip when they're in the bus coming towards the hike, you hear Natalie tell her like maybe they just don't like you. You know what I mean? I don't know if you saw the faces of the girls in the bus, like Sapphire them, and even what Scotty said, like, why you still running on about this girl? You know what I mean? So it made everybody uncomfortable because it just felt like almost like kind of like bullying in a kind of a way. But you can't bully Tinker because she can beat the fuck out of you. But she kept like, you see what I'm saying? She kept on, and even Natalie told her like, maybe let's consider they just don't like you. Like, you know what I mean? Because they know that I'm like, they know I ain't no follower. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like, maybe they just don't like you. Like, she just was doing too much. And
Damn.
Tenga could have fought her time and time again, but she decided not to because she already beat her enough.
Jesus. In one episode. Next on the list is Slim Too Bad.
Slim too bad. She like my mama. She like, yeah. Slim, I love Slim. I love Slim. We super close as well. We still close. She looked out for me a lot. Like I said, like they just used to they realized that it was a culture shock for me. You know what I mean? They
Mm-hmm.
realized it was a culture shock. They realized that I was very different. And my accent too. I never used to have to dumb down my accent around Slim them because they took the effort to understand it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
literally say like talk like yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I could talk to them in Bahamian, I could talk to Slim Bahamian and she'll understand. We spent a lot of time together and I just happy we made the friendship.
I love that.
Yeah.
Next on the list is Big Gretchen, who made a big splash early on.
Gretchen, I feel like Gretchen is misunderstood. After I was able to reflect,
I got to hear
because like I
this.
said, we did talk after we fought. We did talk. And I did explain to her exactly why I ended up hitting her. Um, and she apologized and she explained herself. And I told her, I said, what, when you speak to the girls, just explain that, this, that, and the third. And even after filming all of that, me and her spoke, and I told her, I was able to reflect, because when she apologized, I didn't apologize back. You know what I mean? I didn't realize it until after we finished filming and I got home and I thought about it. And when I saw her again, I made it a point to like tell her, like, I apologize as well, so that we could just have that, you know, that clear. Like, she messaged me for my birthday. I feel like she's a bit
Oh.
misunderstood, stuff like that, because of course in that type of scene, when you saying stuff like that, the girls were very emotional about it, and I did explain that to her. The girls were very emotional about it. I don't feel like any of the girls, including myself, fought from a level of camera time type of thing, because it was an emotional situation, and they were trying to give her the opportunity to explain, but every time she explained, she kept saying it, but it wasn't like I don't think that she was doing it from an angle to down anybody. I think because she's so used to speaking how she speaks. And after I was able to go home, when I got home, I reflected on it, and I actually ended up with some people back home, because we have white Bahamians and black Bahamians, like, you know what I mean? And in the Bahamas, we use nigga in our colloquialism, like, you know what I mean? We're just saying nigga, da, 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 like this nigga thing, you know what I mean? And the white Bahamians at home say it as well. Um, so after I was able to reflect and we actually got to speak, um, she I realized that she just grew up. It's not an overnight thing that you could just change. I think she knew that she was offending people, but every time she accidentally said it, it was an accident. It wasn't like she was trying to call anybody a black nigga, like, type of thing. At first it came off that way because she was like, she don't give a fuck. But she's a Gemini. I'm a Gemini, so I understand that when you under attack, you kind of end up in this, like, like, you switch. You flip on and you flip off. You flip on. Like me, I could be very sweet, but at the same time, I could be very loud and very, like, don't give a fuck. Like, you see what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? When I ready, like, if a bitch really pissed me off. So I would describe Gretchen as misunderstood. I don't speak on the fight with us, even when people post it. They say, "Oh, dear clock, Gretchen." I don't repost it and stuff like that, because I know that we had a real conversation in real life, and I've spent time with her, and she's a cool girl. She's a sweet girl. Um, I just think, like I say, she is used to a certain way, and I don't think that the way that she's used to is like, oh, this a nigga, because, like, she got black kids, this, that, and the third. I didn't understand it at first, like I said, because it takes time to come to that. But as a woman, I was able to have a conversation with her, and I don't have no issues with Gretchen.
You know, let's talk about this Gretchen thing. Let's walk through it. I grew up in, you can hear me saying this all day. I grew up in South Florida. In Broward County, Miami. That's a cultural pot of so many different ethnicities, from people from everywhere, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so I also grew up around white people, white adjacent people who were in my culture, or ethnicities adjacent to black culture, such as Puerto Ricans, some Middle Eastern people,
Right.
in our hoods and at school, and in conversations, in our neighborhoods. Let me be specific, neighborhoods. Because my family, they'll call me, you ain't grew up in no hood. I know, my neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Where people who were not black, it was okay for them to say nigga. They would say nigga, and nobody
That's
would blink an
true.
eye. Nobody would say nothing. And that is a very common occurrence in black
Mm-hmm.
cultures, when we have people who are adjacent to us, and if they're in the culture and we grow up with them, we know them. We don't think twice about them saying that word, and
Right.
that's something I'm guilty of as well. It is not only until things like Baddies in other TV shows that I can't come to right now where people are getting offended on a in a public mainstream space of someone not a part of our ethnicity saying that, which I also do understand. I
Exactly.
understand.
Mm-hmm.
I understand Gretchen, and I also understand Jayla, right? Because I'm from
Exactly.
South Florida. I'm gonna say bitch 1,000 times. I'm gonna say bitch, and some women have told me they felt offended by me saying that. Now I know me saying bitch ain't calling you a bitch. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying bitch because that's just a filler word from where I'm from, and that's just how we talk. The same way that some
Right.
people just say nigga, motherfuck, shit, goddamn, whatever your word is.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also understand when a black person is telling, and I don't know her makeup, but a person who does not
She's Puerto
appear,
Rican. Yeah.
which that Puerto Rican shit is a slippery slope,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes even as a black person, I'd be like, so what are the Puerto Ricans, Because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes y'all say they with us and other times y'all say they not. So
Mm-hmm.
somebody let me know who can do what. Because at this point, I'm like, don't nobody fucking say it since we can't fucking agree. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But I do understand Jayla saying, okay, we've now let you know that this word has offended us. For you to continue to say it in this manner, it does become offensive. And I do understand why she got that reaction. Because
Yeah.
to someone who's on the offense or the defense of her, every time she getting mad, she's saying nigga.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, girl, you don't get it. And
Yeah.
like, girl, all these women just done dragged you through the hallway and you still saying it and you apologizing, but you still saying it. I understand how difficult it was for people to accept that as something genuine. But I do also understand her saying, well, where I'm from, the black people around me ain't whooping my ass when I say this. So it has
Mm-hmm.
become a part of my everyday talk. I get it. I do.
Yeah.
I think the point of disruption came once it was communicated from someone black that this is offensive. She kept doing
And she
it.
kept, yeah, and then she
Yeah.
said she didn't give a fuck, and like that, because that's really what made me upset about it. Like I was a little thrown off by it at first because I was like, "Oh," you know what I mean, and but it was the whole like when they was trying to explain to her, and they was really doing it from like a genuine level, like we're offended by this, and the whole. And see, I was there, and I'm big on energy, so I could have feel that nobody was really doing it from a level of TV shit. People
Mm-hmm.
were really genuinely like, you know what I mean? So when she said, I don't give a fuck, and then I tried speaking to her, she said, I don't give a fuck. And then there was some other things that had taken place before that had already had me in a defensive mode
That you ain't gonna tell
with
us.
her. Yeah, and I'm not going to tell y'all
You
because
a real one. Look at you.
no, because we spoke about it, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to go on about it, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But um that's where the whole thing came in. So people saying like bullying or jumped and this, that, and the third, like it wasn't about bullying or jumped. I think like I explained to her as well. Um, you know what I mean? I think it all just came into the point where it's like you don't give a fuck about people's feelings. So that's why I kind of was like on the confessional. It's like, maybe she should just go home because if you can't adjust that, it's always gonna be a problem. Like, you know what I mean? It's always gonna be a problem and they're not gonna let it slide. Like, you see what I'm saying? But she had come to me personally and she explained everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I told her, you know what I mean? Try talking to everybody, try, but then when she did, it just came out again and it was like, fuck. Um, yeah.
And it's not, and I don't. It's not funny. It was funny to me. Let me not saying it's
Mm-hmm.
not funny because it was funny. I did bust
Mm-hmm.
out laughing, like I screamed.
Mm-hmm.
But when Jayla said, "Y'all got this c word bitch in here doing that," when I tell you, I hollered.
Let me just plug in too. Me and Gretchen hadn't spoken until after the bonfire episode. So we got
Mm,
to Puerto Rico. That's when I spoke. So that episode ain't gonna be out as yet. So we didn't speak until after the
gotcha.
bonfire episode. And the reason I fought her at the bonfire episode was because when we was in the house, the security was holding me, and I was really angry, like I said, about some stuff and this, that, and the third. And so when I fought at the bonfire episode, I wasn't trying to bully her. I was just upset. Like, you know what I mean? I felt disrespected at the time. But like I say, Gretchen is a cool girl. I think she's just very misunderstood. She's very sweet. And yeah, I don't have no problem with her.
Now, Dia, let me ask you this, because you've been saying this whole thing you're not no fighter. So did you swing on Gretchen because you knew you could get the best of her?
No, I didn't. I
Okay.
just, I didn't. I just was upset. Like
Okay.
every time you see me fight or do something or say something, it's because I'm angry. Like
Mm-hmm.
anytime I fought on that show, it was never for TV time or get the best of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't think like that. I just was really angry. And like I
Mm-hmm.
say, I'm a Gemini. So when I get angry to the point like that, sometimes I just flip because I wasn't
Like an
concerned whether I could have
omelet.
beat Gretchen or not because I didn't know my what my fighting skills was until like you know what I mean. Until I didn't know. Like I just like I'm that's me. Like I would hit if I bring my boyfriends on this, like my exes and stuff, like that's me. Like when I get angry, people
Mm-hmm.
always tell me keep your hands to yourself. But when I
Yeah.
get angry, I I hit like I just hit one of my friends. I got drunk the other day and I had to apologize to him. Jesus Christ. And he was so upset, but I it's the first time I got drunk like that in a long time. And he had said something to me and I just hit him. Like you said, I just hit him and I was like, fuck. You know what I mean? So I'm perfect. But I did not hit Gretchen because I thought I could get the best of her. No,
Okay.
I'm no bully.
I just had to ask. I'm just doing my
Mm-mm.
job.
No, I'm no bully. No, it's okay. I'm glad you asked that because a lot of people on the internet thinking that and that's not why I
That's not
hit
the
them.
case.
No.
Okay. Next on the list is, I guess we could say, an original bad girl from Danity Kane, RBO Day.
I love, let me just say, I love Aubrey. I love her even more after seeing her confessionals. But I love Aubrey. She is very, 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 very sweet. Very sweet and very direct. And that bitch used to go everywhere in heels. Everywhere. She was on the hike in heels. I wish they had highlighted that in the show. That's a strong woman right there.
Yeah.
She's go everywhere in heels. But Aubrey cool man. Aubrey sweet. And she got a good sense of humor. She got a good sense of humor. We had the opportunity to talk to her off camera. She's sweet. Sweet as fuck.
I want to know this off camera because RBO Day is RBO Day. We're not gonna like we're not gonna act like RBO Day coming over here on Baddies is just a little thing. You know, RBO Day
Uh-huh.
is RBO Day. She been doing this when I was little, and she's still doing it. Was she acting that way outside of camera? I'm just being devil's advocate. I'm just asking, like, when y'all wasn't filming, was she away? Was she like ducked off, or did she like integrate herself with
No, she
y'all?
was there. Like I tell you, I'm new. Aubrey don't know me from a can of paint, okay?
Mm-hmm.
None of these girls know me from a can of paint because I had the American clout. They
Mm-hmm.
all might have known of each other. But like I say, me and Aubrey have talked off camera. Like we chill, we crack jokes. Like you see what I'm saying? Off camera, like she'll come and drink and we hang out. Like you know what I mean? She does hang out with Natalie as well off camera. It wasn't like you know what I mean. She wasn't stuck away like oh she bad. She does not have that type of complex.
I love to hear
She,
that.
she's a sweet girl. Her and the Claremont twins. They both have like a cool complex about them. Like they don't act like they better than nobody. Cause they showed me love. It was a lot of other bitches that was acting like they better than me because oh where does Island Girl come from? We don't
Like
know
who?
her.
Like
Da, da,
who?
da, da. Huh?
Like who?
Like I said, Diamond was showing me a funny energy. She keep talking about I didn't give her a chance. Bitch, you never gave me a chance. You never came to talk to me. The fuck I talking to you for? You know what I mean? What I look like? I'm not kissing nobody ass. Then we had like I said, Biggie was acting flip floppy. I mean, we ain't gotta retrack it. I tell you what
Gotcha.
I think
Okay.
about these girls. If I don't like you, I don't like you. And there's a handful of them I didn't like, but everybody else, sweet. I fuck with them.
Aubrey O'Day is one of the shining things of this show. Her commentary, being a fly on the wall, watching all this take place, is like the perfect addition to all of this. Here is my fear though, because, and I know Aubrey's just doing TV, she's just having fun.
You think they can try fight her? Hey,
Because, you know,
I hope they don't try to fight Aubrey.
because here's the thing. Emotional maturity is not a common trait I believe exists over here in the Zeus world. You know, you say one thing about something and then they want to fight you, they want to cut you. You know, well, she didn't agree with me, she didn't say this, so now I want to. You know, very similar to the whole Biggie and Jayla thing. Nally just asked Jayla a simple question: who do you think X, Y, and Z? And Jayla gave a response. That didn't mean she didn't like Biggie. She thought Biggie was horrible.
Biggie won't
that
fight.
and Biggie then said she want to slap her in the mouth. So Aubrey then got on this show. Now she did say some funny stuff about Tommy. She did say some funny stuff about Bianca. She did, and I'm just like, Aubrey, I hope that contract with Zeus is ironclad, because these girls will use that as an avenue to come try you, and I don't want that for you, Aubrey.
If they touch Aubrey, oh my God, I'm not gonna like that. I'm not gonna like that.
Don't know. Leave Aubrey alone. Aubrey being over there is helping y'all. Okay,
yeah,
it's helping.
Keeping it real though, like
in a fun way. In a fun way, like she ain't hurting nobody.
Cause like I say, Aubrey ain't say nothing bad about me. You see what I'm saying? If she peeps something when she feel to be off, she can say it. So I feel like she was just speaking her opinion. She didn't say shit bad about me. She like me. Okay.
Y'all better not hit Aubrey. But something deep down inside of me says that if Aubrey get hit or touched, something gonna happen. A meeting gonna get held immediately, and somebody gonna have to pay the piper.
Yep. No touching Aubrey.
Yeah,
no touching Aubrey Baddies.
Don't touch Aubrey. Leave her alone. Okay. And Aubrey, because Aubrey follows my content. Aubrey's not me talking about you, girl. Okay, so don't get mad at me. But y'all see how Aubrey look? All that shit costs. Okay.
Yep.
All that shit costs from head to the toe.
But I respect Aubrey for not being afraid, because she was amongst it. She see how these girls go, but she still speak her mind. You see what I'm saying? I fuck with that. She speak her mind, and it wasn't like she was lying. You know what I mean? She just cracking jokes, and
just cracking.
She don't fuck with you. She don't fuck with you. Like, it's what it is.
But Aubrey, I'm talking to you. Because I don't want DJ Arborella coming out. Just make sure if you go to the reunion, you straight. Next on the list is the Claremont twins. They weren't there for a long time, and you mentioned they were actually nice to you. Anything else you want to say about them?
I just think they're really funny. They really do that, complimenting each other in real life. Like, they finish each other's sentences. They just funny. From I immediately came in the house, they was just like, hey, like, we was sitting there, people was pulling off wigs, they was collecting wigs, like, you know what I mean, talking about opening a store. Like, they just cool, and they real as fuck. I just love the way they walked off from that scene. As I was standing there, like, everything for me with Baddies was like surreal. Like,
can you tell us more about them walking off?
The walking off, that was so iconic.
Like what happened?
It was their birthday, and there was just fighting and stuff going on the whole time. There's a lot of fighting. They just want party. They just want to have fun. They want to be recognized for their birthday. So Tommy pulls up on a white horse,
which I thought was so iconic.
No cake. They ain't get no cake. They ain't get no song. They ain't get no gifts, no coins, nothing. You know what I mean? So now they mad, because now we sitting here fighting, and this girl pulling up on a horse. It's like, what do we get for our birthday? And I respect that. So it was like, period, we out.
And it sounds like it was more so them talking to Zeus and not necessarily the cast. Like, it seemed like it was like, okay, y'all got all this fighting going on, and we got Aubrey O'Day here. We're not gonna act like the Claremont twins are not a name as well. Like, y'all got us here, and it's our birthday. This is what we want in our best interest, and y'all can't see to it. All right, but we just gonna get up and go home. That's what it felt like to me. Like, it felt like they was more so upset with them people behind the camera. And come back, friend. Where you going? Where you going? Come in. Am I on the right pew?
They was upset. They was upset. They were upset. I think there was just you. Why are you giving me that look? You was trouble. But
just a little bit.
They were definitely not having it.
Next on the list is Tommy.
I can't formulate an opinion on Tommy because I never got to talk to her. But I mean, from watching her on TV and stuff like that, I feel like Tommy is a real bitch. You know what I mean? She said what she got to say. I don't know too much about her beef with Natalie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know too much about it. But I can't say I could formulate a complete opinion on her because I didn't get to talk to Tommy for real.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Next on the list is Rolly.
Rolly, I think I saw Rolly a few times, but did I get to have full conversations with Rolly? No, but I can say that I've been following Rolly since she did chats, and I respect how far she come in the game. Like having her own
Mm-hmm.
show and stuff like that. Like people will come on my live and stuff and try to talk about Rolly, and I'll always defend her. Like I support her movement. I see what she been doing. I she does good TV, but Rolly, from what I've seen and following her, she turns up when it's necessary. Like, you know what I mean? She turns up when it's necessary, and she's signed on business. So to see her come from Chance show to EP of her own show, hats off to her. I respect her.
I ain't trying to read nobody, but she came there through Chance, and we ain't seen Chance in a couple of years, but Rolly's still there. You know what I'm
Is what I'm
saying?
saying. Okay? Period.
Next on the list is Big Anna Mac.
Mm. But she was just on live talking shit about me, so you know, I feeling her.
Next on the list is
The truth, like what I supposed to say, I gotta say nothing nice about her. We had a few little conversations here and there, but you know, I
J.O.
didn't see a reason for her to go fucking live and talk shit about me. That's what.
J.O.
Um, Jo, Jo was cool. Jo was cool. We had some conversations in passing. She's cool.
Wendell Lee. Am I saying that right?
Wendell Lee,
Is she Haitian?
no, she's Dominican, actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she's Dominican. She Wendeley cool. From what I saw when we did the bonfire and stuff like that, she was cool. She the only thing I didn't like was like that whole thing she created online. But I mean, I could see where she coming from because I had gone live and I said something. I was mad, like I said about the. I was mad about what Biggie had said to me about this. Actually, the first time I saying it because people don't really know why I said what I said because I like I said was
What did
understood
you
when we
say? And,
said.
and then tell us the
I
reason.
said on the live that I's the only real Caribbean bitch in the house and DR washed up. But I was upset. I was really upset about what Biggie had said to me about, reading me about being Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
But when I say washed up, Wendeley thought I was talking about the country. When I say washed up or watered down, that just means that you ain't really fully Caribbean. Like you owning this and you using this to say, it makes you exotic, but you are really a watered down. Like, you know what I mean? You grew up in the States. So that's what I was saying on my live.
Mm.
Wendeley took it like she thought I was like trashing DR. And then, I tried to stop her because when she started saying things, people from where I'm from are very defensive. So they started like dragging her and stuff like that. So I DM'd her to try to tell her, like, I didn't mean it like that. Just stay out of it, this and the third. Pop, pop, pop. And I don't really like to do the internet back and forth, but she was saying some shit that just so I even tagged in my story. I said, hey, like I just DM'd you, just chill because these people can come down hard on you, and we don't want to make it like a Bahamas against Wendeley type of thing. You see what I'm saying? They was already like coming at her super hard. So I DM her to show her like it wasn't like that. So that's the only little back and forth that me and Wendeley ever had, which was on the internet. But when she did it, it came like way after I had said it. So I'm like, why are you doing it now? Like, you know what I mean? This been on the blogs from like 3 weeks ago. So that was just a strange. That's my experience with Wendeley. But we ended up talking and shit. She cool.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next on the list is Jelly Bean.
I like Jelly Bean. I always tell people like I like Jelly Bean. Jelly Bean is. I got to talk to her off camera and shit. She real. I like her.
I just felt bad for Jelly Bean. Like,
Yeah,
dang.
yeah. That was a hard fight to watch. I ain't gonna lie, but I didn't know her at the time. I didn't get to talk to her at the time yet. I met Jelly Bean more later down in the season, like where we got to talk and shit like that off camera and shit. But She's a cool girl. I like Jelly Bean.
I mean, friend, you know what? If there's any saving grace, they can't really say that you're the worst fighter because I think Jelly Bean takes that. Why you? Why you went away? What happened?
Guys, I like Jelly. I'm
I like
I'm
Jelly
a
Bean
dry
too.
girl. I'm a dry girl. That's true. Thanks for giving me that at least. But thank you.
At the expense of Jelly Bean. I'm sorry, girl.
No, but I don't want to do it at the expense of Jelly. I like
Uh,
Jelly.
no,
Like for
put it on me.
sure.
I did it.
It's you.
It's me. Now, Jelly Bean, don't walk up on me. You know what I'm saying? Next on the list is Heaven.
To be real with you, I genuinely supported Heaven. Um, I met her when I first came to Miami. We was in the same sprinter, and we didn't get to go into the dinner because the fight break out with Callie and all of them, and this and the third. So we was cool. We followed each other this that. Even straight through the season, like when they was picking the replacements, even in my confessionals, I'm like, yeah, I fuck with Heaven. I would like to see Heaven on the show because the way she expressed herself, she got hot. But the other day, I said something on the scene where I was saying like I feel like the replacements should have been fighting each other instead of fighting us.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all bad bitches here. She took it like I was saying that we all bad bitches in the house, but I was saying that we're all bad bitches. So y'all coming at us as if we're not bad bitches is crazy. We're all bad bitches. So y'all fighting for a spot, so y'all should be fighting each other. So I don't know if she just deliberately took it that way and then she went on her story post saying that she better than me and I need to take off my wig and my makeup and we could both go live. And I was just so like shocked by it. Like she unfollowed me, all type of weird shit. I didn't even unfollow the bitch, like to be honest, because I ain't got no beef with you, baby. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was crazy to me. So I just kind of dismissed it because the blogs posted it. So I posted about my brother in the comments because I'm like, I'm not gonna respond to this. It was my brother's birthday. They posted it. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna just post in the comments. Hey, by the way, today is Justice for Azario Day. The blogs reposted my brother and it went viral. So thank you, Heaven. But I just thought that was so weird because she's gonna feel really crazy when she sees that I really was one of the people in the house, like rooting for her to get in. Like that's crazy to me because you could have DM'd me about that if you felt so deep. Don't do that internet shit because I really a bitch. Like bitches in the house to tell you. Like I used to tell them, bro. Like I think Heaven should, like, you know what I mean. Like I was rooting for her for real, for real. But she did some dumb internet shit to me the other day. So, but I ain't got no beef with her. I'm not about to click or take my energy and click a whole unfollow. And actually, when I found out about it, I was actually on live and people was asking me how I feel about the replacements. And I was literally saying, I fuck with Heaven at the time. 2 minutes later, she happened to post that about me. Somebody came in my live and they was like, Heaven on live, talking about you in a story right now. So it was so weird because it's like, bro, I just
Turbulence.
was saying nice shit about this girl and now you trying to come for me. So it's given like everybody trying to come for the island girl. Like that's what it's given to me. Because all them just keep coming on the internet talking about me. Why are they talking about somebody else? Like, leave me alone. Get off my dick.
Oh.
For true.
And last on the list is Nunu. Anything additional you want to add to the conversation on Miss Nunu?
I don't like her, to be honest. I don't like her because, like I said, we had a conversation off camera. She came, she apologized. She said that she didn't know who she was hitting, and well, she did all this for TV, telling me her whole story. She hungry, she want to get on, and rah, and you know what I mean. And I told her, I said, I'm really glad we had this conversation because we had a real life problem. This is the exact words I told her. Like we had a real life problem. Fuck reality TV. We had a real life problem because you hit me for nothing. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm glad we had this conversation. So she was saying her piece, and I told her, I said, well, I don't consider that a valid reason. And she thought it suitful to tell me that she feels like that makes me not hungry enough. But I told her I respectfully disagree. because I'm good with being myself and getting where I need. I got this far without kissing ass, clout chasing, this, that, and the third. I got this far. I'm good. You see what I'm saying? My soul is good. My heart is good. My heart is pure. I'm not a perfect person. Yeah, I make mistakes, but I was trying to show her like that's not a valid reason for you to hit me for nothing. So she apologized and then she did confessionals and started feeling herself and say, "Oh, she fight me for Gretchen because you need to fight somebody your own size, but you don't even know Gretchen and you know you lying. Like you lying." So I just don't like her. Like I just feel like, you know what I mean? You come here off somebody else's face card and now you already did the cloud chasing off the face card. Now you want to use me to, you know what I mean, carry on and carry on and carry on. So it's like, why are you doing that? It's the same thing what goes back to how I feel with Diamond. Like, don't tear down a person because, and she knows she was lying because she went live and she said, you know, I respect you. Like she tried to balance it out because she knows that we had that conversation. Like if you go on the blogs, you'll see because she tried to say like, I respect you, because she probably felt a type of way inside her heart because she saw people dragging me for her reasoning as to why she hit me. Because people was dragging me saying, yeah, that's good. She beat you because you bully Gretchen. And she knows she started that narrative. So she goes live and she's like, oh, I respect Dia because she can get in the paint. And then she still goes back and says, well, Gretchen, but I couldn't just let y'all beat up on Gretchen. And it's like, bitch, choose, like, decide. Like, you know what I mean? If you're gonna be real, be real. If you're not gonna be real, don't be real. So her saying she respect me and shit, that don't move me, that don't phase me. I don't respect her and I don't like her. I don't want to fight her again because I feel like we just are not on the same level in life. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like if you go into that level to like breaks to like this girl hit me 5 times in the back of my head while I was already fighting for no reason. Like you go into that level, I just can't respect it. Like, yeah, you want to be on TV, but bitch, open your mouth, speak. All we see from you is fighting. Like, open your mouth, speak. Say what you bring to the table. Like, you know what I mean? Like, be a body for real. Like I don't agree with the whole you a body because you know how to fight.
Me
I know
neither.
I make
Unless
money
your
of
name
being
is
like
Taseki and you the best one out there.
no, but Tasiki is the boss.
Taseki. I don't know why I keep calling that girl Taseki. I think I
Tasiki is
like
the boss, and
Taseki.
Tasiki, if you notice, Tasiki doesn't fight unless it
She
is
got a
called
reason.
for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She don't fight unless it's called for. I respect Tasiki. Like she will be the bitch, but you have to call for her. She's not gonna like, you know, even in that season, that episode where her sister wanted her to fight the girl and she refused
Mm-hmm.
because she noticed like she would have beat the shit out of that girl. So for me, it's like you could balance being a real bitch and being a body, and I just feel like Nunu does not have that. I don't like her. Like I feel like to sacrifice right and wrong for that type of extent, to me, I could never respect it. And you know we had a conversation off camera and then you go in
Mm-hmm.
confessionals and say this, and now you got the whole internet dragging me and you still continuing to say it when you know you lying, which, and I mean, you looking out for your brand, but you could have started off being a real bitch. But I would never take food out her mouth and say like she don't deserve to get in the house and this, that, and the third, because her story, she has been through a lot, like, you see what I'm saying? But that don't mean I gotta fuck with you. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
think of them, they feel like she's a bad bitch. Slim them feel like she's bad, but Nolly feel like she's a bad bitch. Like, you know what I mean? I can take food out the girl's mouth. You ain't gonna never make me uncomfortable. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's one thing. Them bitches never made me uncomfortable. I'm not gonna be uncomfortable where I at. If I have something to say, I can say it. So, that's my feelings on her. I just don't like her.
Are you? Are you? Are you? Are you? Because she gonna probably come to the reunion, friend.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna be prepared.
I'm not fighting Nunu again. I'm
I know
not
that's
doing
right.
it.
I know that's
I'm
right.
not doing it. Like I fought her 3 times. I'm not doing it because it's like she gets the point that I don't fuck with her. That's really what just was the point. Me standing up for myself and showing people like stand up for yourself. Don't feel like because you ain't no fighter or because you ain't got no weapon or because you ain't got no gun, just let people run over you. And I feel like that's why them bitches got an issue with me because I don't fall in line for nobody. Like if you doing some fucked up shit, you doing some fucked up shit, and I can let nobody walk all over me, and y'all think
I
y'all can
know
just
that's
walk all over
right.
me and handle me some type of way. So I'm not fighting her again. And I've told people like in the house, I'm not fighting her again. If she wants to fight, I'm gonna call security. I'm not doing it. No.
I know that's right. We don't got time for this no more. Oh my God. We
Mm-mm.
have successfully gotten through roll call. Everybody around the world, let's give ourselves a round of applause.
That's a long list, so that's a lot of girls.
I named everyone who was on the cast,
Mm-hmm.
at least so far.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully nobody jumps out of a bush and gets added to the pile. Jesus, that's how I
There's
know
a
Zeus
few.
got money. That's how I know Zeus got money. Because it's like
Mm-hmm.
these a lot of people. And I know, and you know, this ain't no shade. I know Aubrey ain't getting paid what Jelly Bean getting paid. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I'm just saying, like, I know Zeus got money over there. That's what made me think I may need to take a taekwondo class or something. Cause shit.
You are funny. You Tropsy. Oh my
Listen,
god.
a little bit, just a little bit. I like to have
Mm.
fun. What should we be expecting from Baddies and Dia as the episodes continue to come out?
Um, from Baddies, I ain't gonna lie, it was a good season. I give Zeus. It was a good season. All of the girls, regardless of anything, everybody did their big one. Everybody's like, you know what I mean? They stayed. There's some bitches I don't like, but that's my tea. You
Mm-hmm.
know, a bitch won't fight me for that. That's on you. But but Bodies is gonna be an exciting season. It's gonna be a lot of plot twists, a lot of surprises. From Dio, just expect some real shit. Real shit. Like I always bring real shit to the table.
I
Like you know what
love
I
that.
mean?
And
Yeah, I
I
always be
also
real.
love too that like you're getting shown prominently.
Thank you.
Yeah, at least in these episodes that have come out, like I feel like you always have a like a nice little moment of that's
Mhm.
Dia. I think that's
Mhm.
commendable, you know?
Thank you. Thank you. I
Mm-hmm.
got along really well with like most of the girls I got along well with production. Loved production. Like because like I say, where I come from, like and because of what I come from, I'm big on like humility and stuff like that. So I got along well with most of the people.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the cast I got along well with. So, I appreciate them highlighting me and showing me in that type of light because like I say, it's been a long journey for me. So I'm just excited to see what comes from here, you
Yeah.
know.
Tell us what you got going on right now.
Right now I am well.
I like you. You so pretty.
Thank you.
You welcome.
This is the princess you talking to though. This
I know
isn't
that's
this
right.
isn't this isn't the next side of me. I got my see with four different sides. So that's what it is to look forward to me. My music is extremely versatile because my personality is versatile.
Mm-hmm.
There's different alter egos to myself. The main one is the princess though, which is who you're talking to now. And yeah, you could just expect a lot of music,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of advocacy. I will be screaming justice for Zario till my throat breaks.
I know that's right.
And I am dropping a diss track. Um, because like I said, I am an artist and I am a
Against
person that's always gonna
who?
stand up for myself. So all this, everybody wants to come for the island girl. Everybody wants to come for the island girl. So I'm about to be doing a little bit of exposing. You dumb. I am about to do a little bit of exposing. The track is called Bond, which is the acronym for all the bitches that have created the hate for no fucking reason. And yeah, so that's what to expect from me. Person who is always gonna speak and stand up for herself. So you come for me, just know I fight in your back with bars. I ain't come up with no hands. I come up with them bars, and I come in with the truth, and I come up with facts, and I expose them bitches.
From talking to you, I can tell you are very smart. You're very focused, and it's just my prayer, my hope to you that you maintain like this personality that you have that's very relatable and realistic,
Thank you.
and tangible, and that you stay focused on the goals because reality TV, social media, you can get lost in the sauce like many people do. But I feel like with you, you already have your benchmarks in place where you want to achieve certain things. And I just encourage you to stay focused on that because I feel like you have a winning formula right now, you know?
Thank
We
you.
just gonna add in them taekwondo classes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We're
we
gonna
need
add in.
them. We can need them.
We gonna call Tasiki up and be like,
them.
Tasiki, help us out a little bit. But like,
I'm telling you, I know people get it confused. I'm an artist, okay? I'm an artist. I'm an artist, and a lot of what I guess people wanted from me on the show, what I wanted to be careful of is I don't want people to get stuck in reality TV deal. Like, you know what I mean? It's very easy to, because you can make music as a reality TV star, but if you notice, sometimes it doesn't go as far as it's supposed to go because people have so much access to your personality and who you are instead of like really focusing on your artistry. So that's what I want people to always remember. I'm an artist, and you know, I'm appreciative of the reality TV experience, but when I get on there, it's always gonna be real shit and not no weird clout chasing, you know.
One last question before you go. If you were standing before Nunu right now, what would you tell her?
She's a fake ass bitch.
Everyone watching, please send Dia the biggest round of applause, hugs, kisses as we thank her as she leaves the classroom from giving an amazing Twix exclusive on Baddies Caribbean. Yes, bye. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, guys, that was such an amazing chat. Drop down in the comment section right now. Let me know what you think. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to see Dia, myself, and the many other talented artists we have on the lineup for Chasing the Beat, make sure you go to eventbrite.com right now and get your tickets to see us live in Atlanta at the Apache Cafe. Ooh, child, I think I may be back talking about Zeus content just a little bit because that was kind of fun. I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of fun. We're gonna see how this go, and we're gonna see if we can go a little bit more. Cause listen, I don't want nobody pulling up on me, cause bitch. Let me stop. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for supporting. And until next time, be sure to parade and kegel. Bye.